everybody? What's everybody up to?
What?
There.
Put on my face.
Hi.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
How are you guys?
I'm playing Clash Royale.
They're not paying us, Aaron.
But what?
Shush.
Well, I'm not playing them. Don't listen. Don't quit. Quit. It hurts.
Don't quit.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Blind Wave Podcast.
Hello.
We are joined today by
Aaron. Nope.
Aaron.
No, wait. What?
What?
Elliot, Shane Farley, Rick Martin,
Who?
Eric Whiteley,
Best one.
and Calvin Grubb.
Best for last.
Those are all done by Top Screen.
Yep.
Top screen. He does really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Showed them off in mailbag, I think. But
I also put them on our
Amazing.
Instagram too, so you guys should check out our Instagram.
what is our Instagram, Shane?
Blind Wave.
Wow, they'll never find it.
That's hard to find.
Yeah, I don't really see there's just no space, just Blind Wave.
Okay, good stuff.
No space. No underscores. No nothing.
No
huh?
nothing. Blind Wave.
Just one word.
Very complicated.
Check it out.
Capitals ever?
No, none. Blind Wave.
No capitals, no nothing. Just
I hope everyone's
I don't
having a
think it
great
matters. I don't
Thursday.
think it matters actually.
no.
Because I sure am.
Really.
Wait, what? Week?
Thursday.
A Thursday. What about your week?
It was a pretty good
We
week.
always start with the week.
We
not
should.
The day.
We should talk about the week. Aaron, since you brought it up,
Huh?
what's your favorite part of last week? Good job, Aaron. Shane?
You can go here.
No, I'm gonna think. If anyone has one, go ahead and start it.
You had yours ready to go, right? You Discorded it to me?
Yeah. I mean, a couple things. Just I have basically a personal health care plan that I've been following, and I feel like I'm losing weight. My knees they feel great. They haven't felt this great in a couple of years, and just some cool things have happened to me. And was one really cool thing. Is one of the coolest stories, and it's so good. I feel like it happened to me in the sports world, which
Oh, that one. Okay.
which will
Sure, we can share that.
yeah.
Nope, not that one.
Nice.
Nope, not that one either.
Well,
You know what? Okay.
Yes, I am the coolest thing in
that
the
is the
sports
right
world.
one,
Rick,
but
Thank you.
Okay.
there we go.
We can do it. I was gonna say. Okay.
Audio.
This is something that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
no, not that one.
Yeah.
Lord.
Speakers.
So what is this thing? Shane, shut it up. Set it up. Shut it up.
Rookie who waited more than 10 years for his chance. And when he got it, here's Steve Zombie. Ingram has to
After 11 years in the minors,
and it's good!
Andre Ingram got the call of a lifetime from the LA Lakers on Monday. It was the NBA surprising him at a team meeting.
The LA Lakers want to call you out and sign you for the rest of the season. Wow.
Even Magic Johnson, a Lakers legend, was in the room.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you, dog.
Ingram's first call was to his wife.
She's screaming, you guys.
This guy's 32 years old with gray in his hair. The picture of
32, huh?
Two going into the Lakers?
the
Yeah.
former physics major.
Wish I had that much gray in my hair.
Offseason to pay the bills. And now he's
You'll get
number
there.
20.
I'm surprised you don't.
He was on fire, scoring 19 points, including 4
Dang.
three-pointers.
In his first game?
Look at that right there. Ooh.
It's amazing. The crowd, just being here, the lights. It was just, it was once in a lifetime.
Coach Luke Walton even gave him the game ball.
Wow.
The whole country.
That's basically it.
Oh, that's great.
Cool. So yeah, this guy who I've followed. I mean, I follow him. I just hear about him. Like he's got these records in the D League, which is a developmental league, that where if there's young players or players that aren't good enough yet to be in the NBA, but they want to keep their eyes on them, they'll put them in this league, and you make about $20,000 a year. So he's living like in LA, making $20,000 a year, and then he's actually a physics major, and he tutors at a college for money on the side, for more money on the side. So he just every year he gets called up for his exit meeting, hoping that he'll get called up. Never has, and he's thinking, should I quit? I have a kid. I know he's basically. He's not living in poverty, but he's just got a life where he was ready to give up. He didn't give up, and then the Lakers called him up. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if we'll get a contract next year, but he had a hell of an opening game. He plays again, I think, tonight. And like I said, he's just this unknown gray-haired man who didn't give up, and I thought it was just cool as hell. Another thing that's unbelievable, one of my favorite board games when I was younger, I lost all the pieces to it. I only got to play it a few times because my cousins had it, and my dad forbid board games.
Yep.
There's this board game company. What they do is they restore old board games.
Okay.
Fireball Island's coming back. I think we should play it.
Fireball Island.
Yeah.
Play it?
No, we don't have to play it.
The board game
Oh.
costs
Oh, yeah.
$1,395,000.
Okay, actually, no, this is a short one. We can play it. Yeah.
All right.
Over 30 years in the making. Come visit the grand reopening of Fireball Island.
No, it sounds like a danger.
You may remember the island's closing in 1986 due to so-called unsavory.
That's the one I had. Yeah.
I feel like I played this.
Better than ever.
It's bigger.
It's bigger than before, with more action and even more adventure. The main attraction is still here.
Yeah, this looks familiar.
Yeah.
It's like little balls that fell down and knock you
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, I played this.
And they knock you over as you're trying to go up.
Participants will spend your day racing
This-
around the island.
Right?
This sounds cool as shit.
Scenic vistas across the island. Feel the burn on a leisurely jog.
So it's been updated, from what I understand. It's a little less random.
Hopefully.
There's more card-oriented stuff.
From Volcar Point.
I just had a blast playing it. You know, the 2 or 3 times I did play it.
All I can remember is the balls knocking you over. I must have played this when I was so young.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a
cannot remember.
1980s game.
Yeah, I can.
Wow.
I barely remember like playing that as a child.
Yeah, it's been successfully crowdfunded though, so it's going to come out. So
Successfully, but like 10 times. They asked
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, it's-
well, I guess not quite. They asked
What?
for 250. They got 1,400,000.
So,
And
so
still
5
21
times.
days to go.
Wow.
most people I
Yeah.
talk to haven't even heard of this game. So
Yeah, no,
I've actually had it on my Amazon wish list. It's like $500 unopened.
It looks
I
familiar.
vaguely have a memory of that game.
I played it.
Like whenever I saw
terrible.
when I saw
Oh,
the
it's not
landscape and stuff. That's crazy.
But
That's cool.
this one does look pretty cool. It's got a lot of more modern stuff in it.
Yeah,
to sort
well,
of
just
update it.
like it feels so magical playing it because of like just the board game itself. It's beautifully designed and just having the fireballs roll down.
Yeah.
It's real cool.
Sure.
So that's highlight of my week as well.
Good. I'd say the highlight of mine was probably I had to take Leon to a birthday party. I had to take him the week before as well, but they just went swimming and stuff. It was okay. But this time we went to the roller rink and I got to skate. And the kids didn't want to skate, so I just skated by myself.
You skate or did you rollerblade?
I use roller skates.
Okay.
I've done
do too.
blades before, but this time I did roller skates because that's what I was trying to get Leon and Colson to wear. So I was like, I'll wear the same thing they're
I
gonna
can't
wear.
go backwards on rollerblades. I can go backwards on skates. I can go backwards and do all that stuff.
I want to try, but I'm afraid. I'm gonna fall.
I don't
And I
know.
want to look goofy.
Yeah, I don't like looking goofy. So I probably don't practice much. You know what I mean? I just know I tried it before. Like I was in 7th, 8th grade, I couldn't do it. And I tried a birthday party like 5 years ago, I couldn't do it. So
Yeah.
okay.
I did a Snapchat while I was like skating to like Melanie, and I put on my normal thing. Like, Melanie, the kids don't want to skate. It's just me. Wish you were here. I'm just skating. But I put it on my Snapchat as well, so it was just
Yeah.
me, like
Funny.
I'm like skating around. You see the background moving. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay.
Cool.
Go ahead.
I'd say for a not fun thing, the week I wasn't here, the night before that on Wednesday night, I'd forgotten to mention this last time, but we were in the house and all of a sudden there was like this thud and the house rattled and we didn't know what was going on. And we'd been having issues with like our water heater. Melanie was afraid the propane tank or the water heater blew up or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, it sounded like it came from up above, like a tree hit our house. Everything just shook. And when I asked the kids if it was them, if they were okay and everything, everyone was fine. We were looking around. I opened the door, and like I walked around the house, couldn't see anything. I looked off in the distance. I just saw this fire.
What?
Yeah, like it was just.
Oh.
It wasn't like really far away,
Shit.
but it was at, like the end of my road and the like, top of that hill. Like there was a car. I don't know how it did it, but it had went off the road, and like it might have been going for like these driveways there, maybe or something like that.
Shit,
But
yeah.
it ran into this rock. Well, there's a rock, but just before that rock, there's a gas meter. And this kid that did it ran into that rock and was like, fuck. He's like, I guess guessing what he was going to do. And he's got out of the car looking around and was waiting and lit a cigarette. And it blew up. And there was this fire and this car blew up. I went to check to see if someone needed help. And there was people watching, cops just getting there and stuff. But like, it was just a frame of a car.
Damn.
Like, there's no glass. There's like, I asked the people if they knew what was going on. They said, we don't know. The car blew up. We got out here because they lived just next to it. And they said, we don't know where the driver is. He gotten blown like across the like grass and yard and stuff like that. And they found him. And I guess he lived, but
Jeez, he's
like
lucky.
luckily he wasn't inside or anything when he lived.
That's
But, like,
fucking nuts.
How did you fail to mention this?
I just forgot about it. I've been thinking about it. Like, fuck, I need to talk about this fucking explosion.
I was okay. It didn't happen to me.
But everyone experiences life and death situations every day.
Yeah.
guess so.
Yeah. We played game Smash.
Calvin was down in my basement. I feared for my life every night. Never knew if he was gonna come up, kill me.
I have an explosion story as well. My great uncle Regis would load ammunition, and he was loading shotgun shells one night, and was obviously very careful about it. Had done it for 50 years or whatever, and one of them just blew up on him, and like
in his hands or in his face, or like what do you mean?
Yeah, like he had it in his
like,
hand, and like it blew up. It got some like pellets and stuff in his hand, singed his face all off. He went to the hospital, and like they needed to dig stuff out of his hand or whatever, but there was just like a nurse there, and she wasn't getting anything. He just took the scalpel and started digging it out himself.
God. Sounds like something my grandpa would
It
do.
sounds like Regis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got an explosion story,
Oh yeah.
but it's
Not the bathroom.
not
Stop.
safe for work.
Stop.
So
Calvin.
Highlight of my week was probably WrestleMania.
Oh yes.
I figured that was going to be yours.
I haven't gone yet.
Oh.
Yeah, he hasn't gone yet. I know it was probably going to be up there for him, but
Yes, we watched WrestleMania 34. Me and the Grubs, basically,
Yeah.
our friend Adam. What was it? Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 6, 12, 7 hours of 7 hours of wrestling that day.
10, 11, 6, 12, 7. That's the weirdest count I've ever heard.
Calvin was smart and missed the pre-show, but yeah.
well, yeah, I guess maybe. So it would have been fun to hang out, but now it was my second WrestleMania, but this one was far better than the last one. The last one was kind of a downer because it was a real somber moment for Undertaker
Sure.
last year. But this year, it was great versus John Cena. Everybody was saying, oh no, the fight's off, whatever, the Undertaker's not here, he's not showing up or anything for a long time, and then they fought, and I thought it was a really, really good match. It was a lot of fun. And then, frickin' tag team match with Nicholas.
Yeah.
That was by far my favorite part.
Sure.
My favorite thing I've ever seen in wrestling so far.
So for people that don't know what he's talking about, I'll let everyone get through their stuff, and I'll talk about WrestleMania for a little bit, I guess. Or
Sure.
should I talk about it now?
You can go last with your thing.
Okay.
And lump it in with that.
So yeah, we'll do
Eric
first.
my favorite thing of the week. What was my favorite thing of the week? It's a really cool video I saw online of these guys from World War II. It was a group of Americans and a group of, I'm going to say, they were Russians. They were in the same prisoner camp, right?
Right.
In Germany. But the Red Cross was there, stationed at this camp, but they could only ever get to the Americans. So the Germans had really, really good care for the Americans, but the Russians, which they only had a couple and stuff, they were in a separate like gate, and they were like dying. They weren't being cared for or anything. And there's this really cool story about these Americans. Like there was maybe
Smuggling?
10 of them smuggling food, anything
Wow.
they could over to these Russians. And this one Russian guy, he said he'll never forget it and all that kind of thing. And this was it's kind of an older video, but it might have happened maybe 20 years ago. But 50 years or not, however many years after the fact, these guys actually met up. He's
Yeah.
I never forgot you. I never forgot your face. You gave me a matchbook thing. I've kept it in my pocket every single day. I want to give
Wow.
it back to you. And the guy's like, I kept yours every single day.
What?
You
That's
know?
cool.
So it was a really, really cool video. I really enjoyed it.
That's cool.
I love
But
that.
they couldn't speak the same language.
Yeah.
They talk on the phone all the time. They have an interpreter. They're like best friends now. But they hadn't seen each other for decades. It was one guy from the Russians who was able to kind of communicate, but everybody else was dying. It got to the point where, for roll call, the Russians were picking up their dead comrades and standing them up in roll call so that they would get counted, thus get another ration. That's how bad it was getting,
Yeah.
And then these Americans were taking their food and just tossing it over, burying it outside somewhere, they would get in trouble.
So that they could recover.
Yeah, if the Americans got caught, they would punish the Russians because they weren't allowed to punish the Americans because of the Red Cross presence,
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
a really
I was
cool
actually
story.
just watching. I've been watching some World War II lectures, and about how, both sides, the Russians and the Germans, and the Russians were telling their troops that, no mercy applies to the Russians or the Germans. There are no rules of war when you're fighting them because they're just these terrible monsters. And yeah, there was a lot of atrocities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But it was my favorite because like the ending of the video is like them meeting for the first time, and the American guy's wife like meets the Russian guy or something, or maybe it's the Russian guy's wife. I can't remember, but she's like, I feel like I've heard about you all my life, and you were like a hero, and I get to meet you. You know,
That's
really
cool.
That's really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I guess I'll talk about WrestleMania a little bit. That was probably my favorite thing, even if it wasn't one of the best WrestleManias ever. Just watching it with friends and family.
Yeah.
A lot of fun, definitely. There were a few stinkers, but especially the last match was just awful. It almost ruined the whole show. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Like
He's like the new.
Brock got on top of him, and like, you know how back in the day wrestlers would cut themselves to bleed?
Yeah.
Well, now, whenever they want someone to bleed, they just have Brock punch them in the face until they bleed.
Yeah, he gets a little physical, doesn't he? Yeah.
So that was just very gruesome and unnecessary, and
Sure.
it didn't really work for the match because everyone hates Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
So what can you do? But
So they liked him getting punched in the face. Then.
yes, they did.
I have a question. Are there any wrestlers anymore that just have like a cool like one name? Because it seems like everybody just has like a real name. Like, I'm not saying it is their real name, but
Sure.
it used to be like, The Big Show and Sting.
Yeah.
But now it's like John Cena and Roman Reigns and
Yeah.
Undertaker.
I mean, Undertaker. He's from he's one of the old
One
days,
word though.
No, they all have quote unquote real names, but WWE changes their names so they can
Sure.
trademark them.
Yeah, of
basically.
course.
So
Damn.
But it seems like I don't watch it admittedly, but is there like a loss of character you feel like sometimes with the new stuff?
well, I definitely think so, and the main reason is because the writers write every single thing that the wrestlers say
Yeah.
now. Where back in the day, like they would have guidelines on what to say, but a
Yeah.
lot of it was up to them to come up
Yeah.
with their own characters to get the audience. And now writers write everything.
Yeah, the
And,
classic-
there's no going off book.
I mean, the classic thing is like another wrestler gave Macho Man a handful of coffee cream and they're
Yes.
like, go do a promo with this. And he pulls off the best promo you've ever seen. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen the Macho Man
Yes.
creamer
Yes.
promo?
The cream of the crop.
Have you ever seen
He's
it?
shown it.
Cream
You
of the
haven't seen
crop?
it?
No.
It's one of the best
well,
things.
we're watching that right now.
It's one of the
100
best
times.
things I've seen. This
Till
guy,
you
off the
can-
top of his head, he's giving this promo, right? And
Yeah.
the Macho Man he's so entertaining.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know, there's something about it that's so great.
We're going to
Is
watch
he-
this until you can say it word for word.
Yeah, right.
I think I've heard it. I don't think I've ever watched it.
It's pretty
And
good.
Adam's in chat, and he's going to be psyched because he loves
My
the
memory
Macho Man.
isn't
He
what it
does,
was.
in fact, love Macho Man.
Yeah. Super Troopers 2. Forgot about that.
Oh,
That's
really?
gonna be coming out.
Are
Yeah.
they Canadians?
Yeah, they're Mounties.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We don't use ad blocker here, ladies and gentlemen. Support your local.
Coming out on 420.
Okay, there we go.
It's a day that I'm certain my guest at this time will not forget. I'm talking about the former Intercontinental Champion of the world, Macho Man Randy.
Nothing means nothing.
Nothing
means nothing.
Nothing means nothing. What do you mean by that?
I'm talking about all the way to the top, yeah.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah. Macho Madness, yeah, has got more to offer than
President Jack Tunney thinks.
that I got. Yeah, I know. Let me tell you something right now. Cards stacked against the Macho Man Randy Savage in WrestleMania 3. Yeah, let me say it, yeah.
Let me say it out loud. And let me point to the president of the World Wrestling Federation.
The Macho Man Randy Savage is not happy with your decision, yeah.
I am the cream.
The World Wrestling Federation. There's no
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you, me.
How many does he have?
You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
Wait a minute, though, Randy. I've got to ask you very seriously. Do you blame Mr. Jack Tunney, the distinguished president of the World Wrestling Federation, for Ricky Steamboat being the Intercontinental Champion today?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, fellas, yeah.
In my moment of glory.
And I am the cream. And now,
Not only the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship belt must fall, but the World Heavyweight Championship belt.
cause Hulk Hogan, yeah, I am the cream. The cream of the crop.
And there is no one that does it better than the Macho Man Randy Savage.
On balance, off balance, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, oh my
Talking
god.
to everyone in the World Wrestling Federation.
And I'm even talking
to President Jack Tunney, yeah. My way.
and nothing is gonna stop me.
Nothing's gonna stop me.
You know, just out of curiosity, Randy, and I certainly don't want to diminish your tremendous God-given talents, but I'm very curious. I haven't seen Elizabeth lately.
Yeah, she's on the outside of the ring. Does she interfere in matches? Yeah. Nothing, zero, yeah. Pure athlete, yeah. And I've been, maligned from the top.
He's so iconic, man.
Yeah, I love the way that he talks.
Randy Savage, the cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
Nobody does it better.
That's off the top of his head. He just goes.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
mean, it's
cool.
cocaine fueled.
Oh, definitely.
But he just goes.
Yeah,
And he's doing sleight of hand.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he is.
That was
Like,
pretty
doing
cool.
it, I'm like, man, he's gotta be high as fuck with this. But like at the same time, like, I love the way he's just like, yeah, the cream of the crop, yeah, and I'm
Let
coming.
me point to the president.
And I'm looking at everybody. You know, like he keeps on like doing
My
this,
favorite
like,
is
back
he's
and
like,
forth.
you know, like off balance. You know, the thing
Yeah,
falls
it falls
off.
on balance, off balance.
Doesn't matter yet.
Yeah. Oh, it's great stuff.
Oh, I love the Monster Man.
But as far as this most recent WrestleMania,
Sure,
I
yeah.
have to say, one thing that is much better about today's wrestling than wrestling back then is women's wrestling.
Yeah.
And WrestleMania
Yeah.
34, I think, had probably the best women's match I've ever seen. With
Yes.
Asuka versus Charlotte. Asuka, big debut from Japan. She's been undefeated for like 900 days or something since she's come into the WWE,
Yeah.
Damn.
into NXT and then into the WWE. And Charlotte finally beat her at WrestleMania. But an incredible match. They really gave it their all. There was moonsaults off the top rope onto the floor. There were
What's a moonsault?
It's like a turning backflip thing, and you land on your belly.
Yeah, so you're standing on the top rope, and Asuka's on the floor, and she's looking this way, right? And she jumps up and goes over like this onto Asuka onto the floor. She does that a lot, but that match, absolutely incredible. Best women's match I've ever seen, and best match on the card, men or women, I think.
Hey, I have a question about wrestling. Okay, I mean, you know, it's a very
Is this fake?
It's an easy thing to be like, hey, this is fake. And obviously, you have to be very athletic. You have to train.
Yeah, those
you have to
guys
not
are-
hurt yourself. And these guys put their bodies through fucking
And they
crazy
have to
shit.
not hurt the other guy too.
How much improvisation is there in the choreography of the match?
Sure.
And do they decide outcomes are always just pre-decided, aren't they? Like
So-
when you say like this person has 900 days undefeated, it's like well they're building
That's a
that,
story.
right? It's a story,
Yeah.
or is there some kind of like give and take where they can like improv on the ring?
So outcomes are always predetermined by the writers, and usually the ending of the match, how that flows, is done by the writers.
Sure.
Otherwise, it depends on the wrestlers. So
Yeah.
Macho Man, for example, would write out every single move in every
Okay.
single one of his matches and give it to the other guy, and they would work like together with it and
Sure.
practice it. Whereas if you have someone like John Cena or Stone Cold Steve Austin, they call a lot of stuff in the ring with the other wrestler.
Okay.
And whoever's the most experienced one will whisper it into the other guy, or if you're
Kinda
John
take
Cena, yell it at the top of your lungs.
Yeah.
Like, clothesline! And then the other guy will do a clothesline or whatever because he's not very good
Sure.
at that anyway.
Okay. I always found that interesting.
Or like
Like John Cena just yelled clothesline, the other guy did clothesline.
Yeah.
I saw something on TV like
They're not mic'd, can't
when I
they,
was
Joe?
like 15, and like they were talking like the ref will sometimes say, "All right, you clothesline him."
Yeah.
When he's like talking to these refing,
Yep.
he's actually sometimes telling them what to do.
The refs will do that a lot in a lot of person matches, like the Royal Rumble or something.
Okay.
The ref will be in charge, and for indie matches as well, if the guys have never like worked together, maybe they'll rely on the ref a little more. But that's one of the big reasons wrestlers had long hair, was because they could cover up their lips as they're calling spots and stuff like that, you know?
now they do a lot of like locks and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
they pay attention to the ringside cameras a lot too, and make sure they're turned away from them.
Sure.
that they can whisper.
I've always been curious just because,
Yeah.
when we do like lightsaber choreography, we choreograph every single movement.
Sure.
But in wrestling, like sometimes when the guy's down and the other guy is doing that kick where
Kick out.
they kind of kick, but they're really just kicking the ground,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
they
I
do
wonder
it-
if it's like, hey, we're going to do that 4 times and then I'll stand you up. Or is it like,
Most of the
hey, I'll
stuff,
kick you a bit, then I'll pick you up.
most of the stuff that you see is improvised.
Okay.
It's only a few wrestlers like Macho Man and DDP that scripted
Sure.
absolutely everything that they did.
I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, it is redneck anime, but it's fun because it's stage fighting at 360 degrees. Anybody
Yeah.
can make a punch look real if you
Sure.
control the angle in which someone is viewing
Well,
it.
that's why they do a lot of those like
Yeah.
they do the slaps or
They
like
do
hit like
slaps.
this and
Yeah,
stuff
open
like on the
hand
chest
strikes
so that
and stuff.
Yeah.
they would
It
be
makes
like
a lot of
this.
noise.
Yeah, but like
Especially-
even their
But-
punches to the head, like it like the point of contact could be anywhere here.
Yeah.
They just do this.
They also stomp their feet.
And they stomp their feet.
Yeah. Stomp their feet.
It's
Even when they kick, they
Yeah.
do they stomp the other foot.
And like one of the things that make wrestling so great is it has those scripted elements, just like any TV show does, but it also has the real elements as well. Because like sometimes you have two people that just hate each other, like in real life,
Like
and
The
in
Rock
wrestling.
and John Cena at first hated each other.
Or
There's
like
an interview on Men's Health magazine where Rock said that feud was actually absolutely real, but now they're like best friends.
Yeah, or like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart is probably the biggest example. And like, you know, when reality seeps into wrestling, it always gets extra fascinating that I don't think anything else on television can really do so much, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But there were other things as well. Ronda Rousey's debut.
Yeah.
Oh, she debut.
Yeah, she did.
That was really
that was a good match as well.
Yeah.
It was Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Kurt Angle and
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey.
He's a hero.
In a
He
mixed
is.
tag.
Kurt
In a
Angle
mixed-
was back?
yeah.
He's an
Did
American hero.
he retire?
He is retired, but he wrestles occasionally.
Because Triple H, I wasn't sure if he take ownership or something weird.
He's the manager.
Well,
right?
he married Stephanie.
Yeah.
And Stephanie is obviously the daughter of Vince. So they both own stock in the company, and Triple H's main thing is he runs their developmental league called NXT. Is his main thing. But he does come back and wrestle occasionally on the big stage like this to get someone else over. Like Ronda, for example, who did fantastic, I thought. Kurt Angle and Triple H were awful.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one time, speaking of,
They just look old or what?
moves that they called out and everything. Yeah, they were moving really slow, but
Yeah.
there was one time where Triple H, like, audibly, very clearly called out a move, and that was the next move that they did.
Spinebreaker. Yeah, he was like, Spinebreaker! And then he did a Spinebreaker to Kurt.
That's funny.
But
Which is kind of in poor taste.
I like to think that part of that also may have just been they didn't want to outshow Ronda.
Yeah.
So they maybe held it back a little bit.
So that they looked better. And
But
stuff.
there's not really any men on women violence anymore. So Ronda was just fighting Stephanie, and Stephanie was amazing because she was just terrified and always running away. And like when she finally did get caught, and she was trying to get in the armbar, she was begging for her life. Please, no, I'm so sorry.
So melodramatic. I love it.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Melodrama.
I could watch.
Not in a movie.
I can watch a.
I love Japanese melodrama and wrestling melodrama.
I can watch a compilation of The Rock like asking somebody a question and then being like, "It doesn't matter what you think." For like, there's like one for like 30 minutes. That's why I was watching the whole thing. It's so great. He does it like little kids. He's like, "You want a picture with The Rock?" Like, yeah. Like, you like The Rock? Yeah, I like it. He was like, "Okay, do you want to do this?" I want to. It doesn't matter what you want to do. He knocks the camera out there. He's so funny.
That is hilarious.
That was that one commercial. For
I'm actually going to show them that
Okay,
commercial
good.
now. There's
Good.
a movie called Fighting with My Family. That's a movie / based on a true story about a wrestling family.
Oh, okay.
The Rock's in it.
Okay.
And he has an amazing thing where he steals the scene. It's basically an advertisement for The Rock.
basically
This trailer. It's about a minute long. So
Yeah.
we get past the ad here.
He's got a new movie out or coming out. Rampage, right?
Yeah, Rampage. It's
Based on that old video game.
Yeah. I heard it's fantastically
next
fun.
week
Something like that.
or this
I want to see
weekend?
that skyscraper one.
Yeah.
But you haven't seen that yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh, me
Yeah, I
too.
want to see
That's
that
not
one.
like
Did you
out
see
yet.
it? Did it come out?
No, I don't think.
All right, so this is a
Yeah,
wrestling.
Rick said about it. I had not
It's
seen
called
it.
Fighting with My Family.
Sorry about that.
We're huge fans.
Thank you so much.
See if, I think it's all the way up, but I just want to check. Yep, it is.
Rock. They called him the Rock.
Much.
We've been fans since you had hair.
Oh, thank you. Hey, it's a choice. Damn good one, too.
Yeah, choice.
Rock. You.
We're wrestlers as well, actually.
We're actually doing the tryouts today.
Oh, cool.
What advice would you give us if we want to
Win over the crowd.
win over the crowd?
What are your names again?
My name.
It doesn't matter. What's your name? You walk around here interrupting the Rock. You like you haven't seen the sun in 20 years. You like you just stepped out of Oliver Twist. Please, sir. May I have some more advice? You want some advice? Here's a Rock's advice. Shut your mouth. What you want? How about what The Rock wants? The Rock wants you to go out there and take no prisoners. Have no regrets. Have no fear. Lay it all out on the line. If you don't do that, The Rock is going to find your friend Mary Poppins. He's going to take her umbrella. Yeah, he's going to shine it up real nice. He's going to turn that something sideways and stick it straight up your candy asses. There's your advice. Straight out of the jabroni beating, pie eating, train blazing, eyebrow raising, entertaining the clothes never hotter, talking to two rejects from Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
So that's how you win over the crowd.
I think I tried Jones.
Good shit.
Oh, it's so
That's
good.
really
I love
good
it.
shit.
That's awesome.
He's so good, man.
He is.
He sings in Mona or whatever that
Moana.
Moana, whatever that is. I never seen it.
Moana.
I saw the song. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can I
He's fucking giant. He's handsome. He's entertaining.
I love him in Jumanji.
Damn.
Yeah, he was great in
He
Jumanji.
was great in
Such
Jumanji.
a funny movie too. I didn't want to be funny, but it was very funny.
I saw it on the plane.
Oh, what'd you think?
Yeah.
Have all of you seen Jumanji?
I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's like
should
I
rewatch
just
it.
imagine Jumanji being a scarier place.
Yeah.
But it's this really good movie that I loved.
I kinda-
that shouldn't have been called Jumanji.
I kind of enjoyed it the same way I enjoy a really good like SNL parody or something. Almost.
That's true.
I really
it
enjoyed it as like a.
definitely-
I don't know.
No, I thought it was good. I legit actually liked the kids and like the transformation they went through and stuff. I guess it's spoilers, but yeah, like I like the kids' journey. I believed in it. I like the thing
Sure.
with Colin.
Yeah,
Colin,
I get what you're saying.
Colin
I'm not
Hanks.
saying it was bad or that. Like, here's our reasons why you should hate it.
Yeah, yeah.
I just didn't enjoy it on the same level as I would as
Last
an 8-year-old watch Jumanji. You know,
Of
the
course.
first one.
Of course.
I have it on Blu-ray. I
Yeah.
just haven't watched it because
Yeah.
we've been watching Marvel movies.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. It's I check it out. It's so funny. Like,
But
it's
hey,
so
man,
funny.
it was so successful.
Oh,
That's the thing.
Good. For
And like for me, it was the kind of movie that I'm really glad I saw it, but I'd never need to see it again, kind of thing. Like I really enjoyed the ride as it was going,
Yeah.
but it didn't really stick with me. But my 4-year-old daughter, on the other hand, loved it
Oh, I'm sure.
because we rented it and had it for 24 hours. She watched it like 4 times.
That's awesome.
You know, I love Netflix and all that stuff, but I think we talked about it before. I miss that feeling of walking into a
Movie rental.
gallery
Yeah,
or
or
something like
Blockbuster
that,
or
you know?
something.
Running to the games, seeing what's there, new releases, they're all fucking gone. Damn it.
That's a good feeling.
And then like the best part of that though was when they were all dying and you could go in and buy like 100 for like
Yeah.
$5.
Go to buybacks.
Yeah, that's kind of what they do there.
They have all kind of retro stuff there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went in. I'm like, man, they got PS1 games and N64 games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just depends on what all they get though.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
yeah.
So does anyone have anything else about last week? I could talk about WrestleMania for an hour, but
Yeah.
just the people hating on the Shinsuke AJ match. Okay, it was supposed to be like that. It was supposed to be slow. It was setting up
Yeah.
a feud.
Exactly. I thought the same thing.
You
And
shouldn't set up feuds at WrestleMania, but it
Right.
wasn't a bad match.
You know,
It did
I-
exactly what it was supposed to do.
Gotcha.
Came to
Yeah.
my senses after I thought it was bad.
Especially the ending. Which,
Oh, that
yeah,
ending. He got everybody. He got me.
He totally got me.
All right, the non-wrestling folk will go crazy if they keep going longer.
It was good. It's good.
Yeah.
Good
It
stuff.
was very good.
All right, so we had a question that we came up with outside of the podcast, as we normally do, but we stopped short
Sure.
and saved for the
damn,
podcast
stop short.
this time.
Stop short on me!
So the question was, who on the crew will die first, and how will each of us die?
Eric or Aaron?
Me? Why me?
I was gonna say you.
No, I don't think me. No.
I could see you getting in a car accident.
Don't too quick.
Fall
React
off
too
something.
quickly.
That
Now I've
don't
seen
know.
your reactions.
that detriculitis is going to catch up to you one of these days.
Diverticulitis.
I mean, Rick could just get like we go to like some big city, gets lost, goes to the
Gets
wrong
lost.
part of town.
Things get murdered.
You know,
And then become king.
Tries to ask for directions.
I feel like
someone
it's
kills
life's
him.
a movie where he's that character that is oblivious to where he's going, but he's also oblivious to the things that are happening around him that supernaturally make things work out for him.
Exactly. Yes. Like
Like he's walking through
Mr.
shit and he's
Magoo
not
or
getting
whatever,
affected.
right?
Yeah, like Mr. Magoo. That's what I think.
But you can't see. You're walking through a pipe. But you just having to stop and pick up a quarter somehow, and then you walk off just perfect.
Yep.
I don't know. Shane could also like just be. I can see him just trip down the stairs, fall, break his neck.
Like a trip.
I mean, if the question's like, which
think
is
even
most,
you would do
who's
that.
most likely to
I need
ruin
to get
their
up. I
life?
need.
I'll say Shane.
No, who's gonna die first?
But die first?
Which of us would die
I mean,
first?
I've just got to avoid Columbus Arby's. I'm good.
Is that all it is?
Yep. Just never go there. Just wait
At
for
one
your
point.
reviews and I'll go.
You will go there, and that is.
I mean, I'm trying to take like.
And that's when Calvin will strike.
I'm trying to think. Cause like, I'm trying to take accent out of it. I mean, Calvin probably travels the least, so he's less likely.
Calvin's probably the safest because
He's less likely to get a car accident, right?
I don't know. I drive every day.
What do you drive to? It's good.
I
You
buy
go to work?
groceries and stuff
Oh.
like that.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, in my head, I feel like you drive
the least.
probably the least. I drive home and here, and it's probably the farthest.
On a regular basis.
Yeah.
I still think Rick
So you could
get
say I'm
lost.
higher risk of accidents. Rick and Eric live the closest.
Like, if you were gonna die, what do you think you'll die from?
See, my getting lost problem would be,
I don't know.
it wouldn't be so bad in Civilization, but if we went on like a tour of like the pyramids in Mexico or something, I got lost in the forest,
Yeah.
I'd be dead.
Yeah.
One of those poisonous plants get you, eat you. That's Jumanji. Sorry.
It's not a mushroom. He's just eating it.
Back in the day, I would say
I
Rick,
love pepperoni and mushroom pizza.
back in the day, I would say that Rick would have gotten like electrocuted, died from electrocution.
Yeah.
somehow.
I mean, I'm immune by this point.
Yeah,
Surely.
I think so. Yeah, right. He got shocked so much as a kid, sticking a screwdriver in a VCR. Or,
What? Really?
Yeah.
and you
Why the hell would you do that?
Why?
I thought it was unplugged.
touch
So
it.
why'd you do it though?
He was trying to fix it.
Yeah, I was trying to fix
Oh, I thought you were just doing what's unplugged.
See,
But why'd you do it?
See, it's unplugged. Wait, is it?
I mean,
Yeah, it's
I look at the United States. I mean, number one, heart disease. Number two, cancer. I should look at that, and I think who's more likely to
We're
get
all gonna get cancer here.
I mean, hopefully.
Yeah, probably.
I hear the air here just being one of the worst places because of the valley.
It's better than it was
And all
10
the-
years
all the
ago.
factories and stuff.
It's better than it was 10 years ago, but it's not ideal.
it. You're better for our
I
kids.
mean, we
I
still
read something about it.
like
It's
last year we had a fucking factory that was full of all this hazardous material just
Yeah.
burn, and it all went into the atmosphere.
like, you know, factories and stuff around here, it sucks, but like I think I have read that you're actually more at risk being in like a dense city like New York,
Yeah, California.
with just like car fumes.
Yeah.
because it's so immediate and in your face. Whereas you know,
They'll have-
factories,
yeah.
you're
Well, I
further
noticed
away.
sometimes walking around New York when we went up to NYCC.
Yeah.
Like there was just times where I'd be standing and I'd get a
Yeah.
blast of air in my face and I just couldn't breathe because it was so choking.
Yeah.
I was getting lightheaded even.
There's
sometimes.
actually like some kind of like a statistic, like if you are a certain distance from an interstate, you're more likely to get cancer, both from like or some kind of health problem, you know, both because of exhaust and brake dust.
Yeah, brake dust
dust
is really
something too.
Never thought
bad
about break
for it.
dance.
Also-
I believe that for sure.
catalytic converters.
Yeah.
As they wear down, like that dust and everything, it goes onto the highway and it's just sitting in the berms.
Sure.
And all that stuff isn't good for you at all. It's heavy metals and stuff in there.
A lot of things about Calvin accidentally lighting his beard on fire.
Oh,
I can see that happen.
he wouldn't do that.
I could see Shane trying to be funny and accidentally lighting Calvin's beard on fire.
Yeah,
Sure.
I could see that.
gouging my eye out.
Like Calvin dies by burning to death because of some shenanigans Shane was trying to pull. Like he was spraying fire underneath the door of the bathroom or something like that.
Yeah.
They somehow lit his beard on fire. In some kind of unfortunate turn of events, Calvin just died in the
I
bathroom.
just inhaled
on fire.
all of the fire and seared my lungs, and I couldn't process oxygen anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some bullshit like that.
That's how Calvin died. Will be remembered.
It'd be terrible if I developed this power as like a DM that when I kill someone's character, I kill them.
That would be terrible.
It's like that game. There was a movie that had a video game that when you played it on the MMO, like when you died, then like the spirit in this video game came out and killed you. But like it came out and killed you, like not like right then.
Yeah.
Like it came out and killed
I
you.
mean, that happened in Sword Art Online,
That one was
right?
just you just died because you were connected to the game.
Yeah.
But this was like there was like a spirit entity and you would die like in a similar fashion of how you died. Like
What was
in the
that
game.
called?
I don't remember. I can picture it a little bit.
I'm just trying to think of the most creative ways for us all to have died. Like for Shane, if like a wizard came to him and put a curse on him that said, if you break your phone within a year, you die. I think Shane would definitely die.
I put it in a safe deposit
Absolutely.
box. I wouldn't have a phone.
I think he'd still break somehow.
Yeah.
You'd,
I think it's a curse.
on the way to the vault to like slide the safe deposit box in, you'd like throw it backwards up behind your head. And
I mean,
catch
you
it.
once ran over your own phone while driving.
Rick's fault.
How could it be Rick's
I don't get it. I remember you telling me.
Because he was near you?
No, if Rick wasn't there, I wouldn't have drove him to his car and did what I did.
Yeah, but why did you answer your phone?
Why did I answer my phone?
Why? Who called?
Why did you answer your phone while you were driving?
Hang on. Yeah, like who called you? Would you not have already been driving and answering your phone when it was ringing or something?
I mean,
But I would have been distracted.
you're saying that the circumstances would have been different, that this crazy coincidence wouldn't have happened?
I'm certain. Yeah.
Sure.
So you're blaming that entirely on Rick
No.
as the butterfly effect.
No, I gotta take personal responsibility for that. Just like if you spilled a tea on me, I'd have to take personal responsibility and say I should have dodged it. Or
So-
should've. You know what I mean?
If we were all in Jumanji, the new one, and you had 3 lives, what would you attempt that you would never attempt otherwise?
If I don't know.
Eric,
If I was in Jumanji, I don't know. I'd just be trying to live.
Brandon B said Aaron gets super strength and gives everyone consecutive black mambas. They all die from blunt force trauma.
What would I try? So if I have a spare life,
We had a conversation like this
we did.
the other day in one of our videos where it was like,
If you couldn't die, what would you do?
if you knew you wouldn't die, like what would you do?
No
And
consequence.
I think Eric and I kind of like, I don't know.
I
that
still
really
wouldn't want to
do.
suffer and die. You know what I mean?
Well,
I mean,
no,
you
what
would
I had
still, your body would still feel the pain, and you would die. It's just.
Yeah, but then I'd be like, is
Right?
that really me coming back or someone else? Is my soul going somewhere else? That's what I'm.
What I had said in that conversation me and Aaron had is that I'd probably do like, skydiving or something, because I don't want to do skydiving now, because I don't want to be a situation where I'm skydiving, I'm attached to the guy, and he's like, I can't anymore, and he lets me go. He's like, what? You're too fat now.
Like-
He
like-
cuts the cord.
Yeah.
He lets me fall and I die.
Like the idea, like the first shoot doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
So he has to go to the spare shoot, but the spare shoot
Doesn't-
for some reason
he looks
he
at you
can't
and
hold
he's
all the weight.
He's just like,
He
he
was
goes,
like,
I'm holding his hand.
like,
No,
he's
please.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Cuts it. Ah.
But if I had a spare life, yeah.
Yeah, I would be holding on. Fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're facing
but
away
you're
from them
facing
on the
away
bottom.
from him. So like
You
he's
have
trying
to,
to cut you, like no.
reach behind
That's why
you.
they make me do that.
He just starts stabbing you from behind.
I
so
just
you-
I want to make a movie or a skit where that's a scene where you're trying to cut a fat guy off and he's gonna die.
Oh, man.
Would you go splunking, Eric?
No, it's not. There's nothing fun about it. There's nothing down there. Why do you keep going? There's nothing down
What
there.
if there's creatures?
rush.
What if there's creatures?
Why would I go where there's creatures?
To see what they look like and how
Yeah, to
old they are.
explore, man.
If they got pizza.
This is the fucker that won't go to the zoo because he's like, I can watch TV.
Yeah, but there's no TV showing me what's down in that fucking cave.
What is
Yeah,
YouTube
there is.
videos? I'm gonna be the pioneer that finds them?
Yes.
No,
Yes,
no
you,
way.
Eric,
It's
you.
not worth it. I've
I
heard
wouldn't
too
go to
many
the zoo.
terrible stories of people going into underwater caverns and getting stuck.
Yeah, but you won't
and then
die.
the water
Sucking them out.
sucking them out. And they can suddenly breathe, but they're upside down, and then the water is slowly coming back up and shit. I hate it. It's terrible.
But you won't die. You'll just be stuck there for 1,000 years.
I'd rather jump out of a plane with no parachute and enjoy the ride down than hate what's happening to me.
See, what I would do is I would like have some sort of magic act that I would die in, but it'd be so incredible, right? That like there's no way anyone could figure it out. And so like the first time it would happen, and I would only do it twice, but I'd make so much money from it,
Sure.
and be remembered forever.
Yeah.
They should make a movie about that. That would be cool.
They should.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
That would be awesome. There was an unbelievable thing you asked the other day that you heard.
A question that I had?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a question like this would be really great for the podcast. Okay? This is the
Okay.
question. You are given a briefcase with $1 million.
Redheads.
Nope. You're given a briefcase with $1 million, okay? You will be gifted this. They're going to give you this, and it'll be yours if you have 30 minutes to hide this briefcase. After 30 minutes, the entire world, knowing that it's out there, has to go to try to find it. If no one finds it, you get the $1 million.
How long do they have to look for it?
24 hours is what I've said, right?
Yeah, I think so.
The entire world has 24 hours to find it. You have 30 minutes. And we even said, like, you can get in the car, you can go anywhere. You got 30 minutes, and then the time is off. And we'll just say no one can see you.
So when you say they need to find that money, can the money leave the briefcase or has to stay in the briefcase?
It has to stay in the briefcase.
Okay.
Are you allowed to like?
I'm not telling
Are
you.
you allowed to? I mean, you can use any means possible.
I think you should be able to use any means possible. Like, think of it like if I just gave it to you right now. And let's say for the sake of the story, like, no one knows yet that you're doing it.
Right.
So you have the ability of like someone seeing you down the street, but they're not going to be paying attention to this one guy. But then there's an announcement. The entire world knows that you have hidden this briefcase somewhere. You started here, and you had 30 minutes.
I mean,
They have an entire day to find it.
I'd put it in that bathroom at Eric's. It's sealed off.
That'd be a decent one.
Nobody's ever going
You know
in
what?
there.
I mean, maybe I would give it to a person I find it and give it to a person I didn't know. And say, I don't really have no connection to you except now I have your number and I have
Yeah.
everything else. Take this to your house. You know what I mean? Because there's no way to connect you to me. And to say in 24 hours.
But the thing is that everybody is like the entire world now knows Shane Farley hid this briefcase.
Yeah, but I could say, well, yeah.
So the guy's gonna be watching the news and make your fucking face.
well,
going,
I would tell him, I'll split it with you.
And like,
Yeah, but he would get the entire
but
amount.
he's the
if he
entire
found
thing
it.
if he fucks you over.
and
That's
So
what.
there's no motivation for him to
Yeah, to
keep
think
his
if it wasn't
honesty.
for me, then he wouldn't have gotten any.
And the thing is, like, people
Yeah, but
come
if he screws
after
you over, he
to
gets twice
torture
as much.
you.
Yeah,
to
what if
figure
they-
out,
Okay,
like-
what you know I do? I'd probably climb up the telephone pole and put in one of those fucking things up there.
Yeah. If you die.
How? I won't be grounded.
Yeah.
I'll be very careful and put it up there in one of those little telephone things.
Like a transformer.
Yeah.
On one?
Interesting.
I mean, no,
I think
inside the thing they said.
No, you can't. They're filled with oil, and there's big coils and everything in them. That's why they're transformers.
I get to put it on top. I mean, yeah, the things they actually, no, the things they stand in when they're working on it. They're like this cylinder
Like
type.
a bucket.
Yeah.
Like a cherry picker?
No, like basically it's like a bucket. It's
I mean,
to the top.
I think it depends where you're going to do it. Because I think one of the ideas of the question is like, it's not that people are going to be watching you like hawk-eyed, but people are going to have to like see like, hey, there's a guy fucking climbing up there.
They think everyone leaves the town.
And then suddenly, like, yeah, no, there's not like everybody has to like put their hands over their eyes. Like, the idea is that, you know, everyday normal, where are you going to hide it? But you want to be able to do it in a way that's not going to be noticed.
Maybe I'd go. I don't know. I'd go under in those those tunnels that are in Marietta, like the creeks and stuff like that. The place that no one wants to go into.
I would sneak.
Go
over.
ahead.
I would sneak over down the street here in Front Street
Yeah.
to Smitty's
Okay.
and attach it underneath one of their delivery trucks. That's just always driving around town. That way, like, it's always moving.
good.
It's less likely for it to be seen. I just got to get there, sneak under there. Just one of them parked, wait and get under there, like zip tie it under there, so it's not gonna come apart.
Yeah.
Fall
But you
apart.
trust them not to, like, pop a curb or something and, like, knock it off and the money's
I
everywhere?
hope it's okay. And write down the license plate number. No, don't do that. Memorize the license plate number.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I don't want to write it down. I don't want to write it down.
And remember, anybody in the world can track you, or not track you, but can try to find this.
I just want to think. I want it moving.
Yeah.
So that it's not just sitting in one spot. Because I also thought about just putting it like in a dumpster.
Yeah.
But then, what if like
I'm
they
just
take the trash? you
Well,
know?
I'm just thinking like garbage men would, you know, I think people who work for the city would immediately be trying looking into this. I think it's like, well, put on the roof of Walmart. I think the people at Walmart heard about it. They would start looking in Walmart, and they would eventually
Just think of like,
they'd eventually find their way on top.
yeah, think about a place like the Mid-Ohio Valley. If that announcement was made, and it's like, you guys got 24 hours to find this money. Just think of the streets. People like fucking tearing shit up.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
hitting cars and doing this. You know,
Yeah.
knocking
Well, that's what
old
I'm
ladies.
saying. I think I would put it somewhere, and then I would drive around in a car, or I would sit in front of my house with like a shotgun or something like that, and make people think it was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are you gonna fake kill them, or are you gonna actually start shooting them?
I think go on my property.
Yeah.
I would at the same time. I think if you're gonna do that, like do my Smitty's idea, and then just get a briefcase and fill it with like random shit,
Like newspapers.
so it's heavy, and then just carry that around, just be running,
Yeah.
just run with it, and then like everyone's
Maybe
gonna
it
be fighting
catches me
going
and it's
after
like
this,
a
you know?
23rd and a half hour. They catch me and I'm like, fuck you. And they only have half an hour to find it. They're beating me down. There's nothing in here, fuck. You know?
It's just paper. It's toilet paper. You know, like try to trick them like that.
Yeah. What about you, Rick?
Aaron.
I would put it in a box and mail it to myself.
You know, I suggested that, but also
Yeah, but what if Adam finds it?
if they saw you there, then they have a tracking number. They know exactly where to go.
If you mail it to yourself, that's your name. They're gonna be looking through your name.
No, give it a different name,
Different name.
right? No, just take it. Like, make sure. It depends how big the briefcase is.
Yeah.
'Cause I would say if you could drop it off at like one of these.
I would say standard
Things-
briefcase.
No,
I mean,
what
can I
you
put
need
it
to do,
Go
what you need to do is ship it to an address you know doesn't exist, and you just return it to you.
I know, but
It's
if
not
the
associated
people in the
with your
mail
name.
office would.
Yeah, but you don't want the return. You don't want the return address to be your address.
No.
You want the going to be yours, and the return address to be something different.
So you can't give it to a relative.
I mean, you could, but if they find it, they can get to just keep it instead of being like, yeah, we'll split it.
I'm hoping like my
I
relative
mean,
wouldn't
the
do
question
that.
that I originally saw was like, if nobody finds it, you keep it.
Okay.
So maybe there's some kind of part of the rule where say, yeah, someone found it.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
gave
so
it to
you
them.
okay. I mean, because
So it has to be.
can I put it in a
No,
safe
it has to be
deposit box in the bank?
undetected.
No one's gonna come after me like
Yeah.
holding me or my family hostage trying to find it, right?
Maybe.
I mean, I can. Maybe. Yeah.
I would stick it in the DeLorean.
Yeah.
Can you put in a safety deposit box at the bank?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, but what if the banker finds it?
Is
They're
it-
not allowed to do that.
Is it in your name?
I mean, they're not allowed to open
Yeah.
posts either.
But they still.
But
do.
will they? But does that fall under the things like, yeah, he probably put it in there, and thus it's found?
Are they allowed to legally do anything to find this?
I'm thinking it's like that movie where like there's no laws.
Purge.
It's like
It's like Purge.
24 hours. they can do
If it's
whatever
like
the
the
fuck.
okay, if it's like the purge,
It's like the purge.
I wouldn't do that then.
then I would definitely do what I want to do with hiding something somewhere where it's going to be moving. And then I would take another one that's a distraction and try to keep it moving, that everyone knows where it is. Because then as more people keep finding it, they're going to be like fighting over that package, hopefully. So there's just a big chase of a fake package. My real package is safely hidden, moving around the city.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Or
Some good ideas.
maybe the higher concentration of people knowing, like, okay, you only had a half hour to hide it. Where would you put it? It's probably going to be in Washington County. So I would put it on like a freight truck with a GPS tracker. That way, like after 24 hours, it's way out of state. Nobody would ever look there.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Not bad. It's okay. Can I just keep driving?
You could.
Like,
Can you get in and start driving as fast as you can?
Is
Or
the
you have to hide
US?
it?
Is it the US looking for this, or just
The whole world.
The question was the whole world's looking for it.
Okay.
But they got 24 hours, so
Yeah.
they'd have to get a flight. They'd have to fly here.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you only have 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's meant to be like 30 minutes and go. I think it's like they're told this, you got 30 minutes. Now you have like no real preparation to it.
Yeah.
Genethos is pretty good. Tie it to like a big balloon.
A weather
and
balloon?
Just like let it go.
Yeah.
Nobody could get to
The
it.
fucking drones and shit. People.
What I was wondering,
down.
like,
Just to be able to get it back though.
Yeah, well, after it gets so high.
I mean, the way the question says is that if no one finds it, it's yours.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
can't really
I
get it back.
get it back.
You can't throw in the ocean.
Sure.
Man,
The thing about what like weather balloons and stuff is after they get so high, they burst and then they start to fall. You just have an altimeter, like a digital altimeter, set to release a parachute at a certain altitude.
Because I get an
A
edge.
GPS tracker.
You see, doll.
Dan in the chat just said poor Rick with the face hugger, and now I'm trying to look around because he must be able to see it. I can't see it.
I like Dole Rain says, just spin it all in 30 minutes.
That'd be a good idea.
We got a
I
face
go pay
hugger
off my
mailbag
debt real
today.
quick. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe get like one of those ocean anchors and then fucking throw in the river.
Yeah.
Drop in the middle of the river. You know what I mean?
Well, why not just
You
weigh
gotta
it
hire a
down with
diver to get it
anything?
back.
What's that?
You gotta hire a diver to get it back.
Yeah.
You don't have any money. Damn it! It's down there. I don't trust it.
He gets back.
He goes down and he's like, it
He's
wasn't there.
It wasn't there. Sorry.
I mean, I had thought about it a little bit, but mine, I was only trying to solve the problem like that way. It's kind of like, well, what's the best hiding place I can think of, that I have available to me right now. I mean, the first thing I thought of was like, don't take your phone because there's going to be some Finch guy from
like a person of interest.
that's going to be able to track your phone. So don't take a phone and don't take a car made after fucking 2007 that has a GPS chip in it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be some motherfucker that's going to know how to track that shit.
Drag
Like, all right, well, the first 30 minutes he fucking went to Whipple, so now we've I'm going to be like L, take the whole world and shrink it down to a small piece.
So what'd you do?
Honestly, I mean, not taking that thing. I would go to Whipple because my family has a large amount of land that I
Walk there?
No, I would drive there.
Oh.
I just do it in an old car. Like my truck wouldn't be able to be GPS tracked. But
Yeah.
I would go to Whipple because we have a lot of land that I know very intimately that I don't think even my dad knows as intimately as I do. Like the woods and stuff that I would spend 10 hours a day in, or whatever.
What's that?
Treat stream.
Oh,
Thanks,
hell
Toy
yeah.
was.
I just feel like when cops get in those, when investigators are getting in those lines with the dogs and then they're walking, you know, they could sweep that whole land like thousands, hundreds of people.
No, because let me finish. I have there's a road called Gherkin Road that is almost never used at all during the day. So I know that I wouldn't be seen once I got onto that road. I don't think it would be like someone driving by it because then you have to get off a fence at a certain spot. There's only one place you can cross that fence. Then you can go in this fucking valley and there's an old manure pile that is really, really soft, but it always looks like it's been disturbed because shit's always going into it and stuff. And there's even like dead cattle and shit in there.
Yeah.
I think I could bury it in there. I don't think anybody would ever find it.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, take it to the shit plant, put it in there would be a good idea.
I would go and.
But the thing is, like, there's workers at the shit plant. They're gonna be like, "Hey, what are you
Not
doing
at
there?"
night.
You
I
know?
guess it depends what it
Or
is.
is there cameras? Like I'm thinking, like,
there's no cameras.
Where I went, there's absolutely no way anybody would see.
I would go to a graveyard, find the gravedigger, say, split 50-50.
Yeah, but if you
Put it
find
in that
it,
grave.
if you find it, just keep it.
You can just keep it. That's the rules.
That's the danger.
You can't trust anyone.
You can go find a fresh grave and bury it in there.
See, I feel like I wouldn't want to do it on my property or like my parents'
Yeah, that's what I'm
property.
saying. Like,
because I feel like
if
that's,
someone will-
that's some first places that people would look.
I wouldn't do it anyone I knew. That's
and they
what
would
I
just
feel
want
like.
to search it all.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't want to do it to anyone I knew. That's why I had the idea. Maybe just go in town and throw it on someone's roof, like someone you didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or some guy in a chat said, hide in a briefcase store.
Like that.
Just go to Walmart, put it next to the rest of the briefcases.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Anyway, I thought it was a fun question.
No, I mean,
It makes you think, like, what realistically, like, you got 30 minutes in preparation. What would you do?
oh,
The
wow.
mouse pad in the middle.
It is fun.
Thank you so
Definitely.
much. Who's this from?
Toy Waz.
Tony Watts. Thank you, man.
I saw the email at the very beginning, but I thought I'd leave it as a surprise.
Yeah, guys, I know that I told you all my hiding spot now, but I have a lot of hiding spots. These guys have been trying to find one of my hiding spots for years.
I never tried. I bet I could.
You could.
You good?
Maybe if you had the whole world for 24 hours, you could.
I got 2 stashes in town with money, and that's it.
Just 2 sashes of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$100 each one.
So-
I feel like over time I'm gonna put more stuff in them, like weapons, ammo, stuff like that. I just haven't done it yet.
Sure.
So we got the.
I would put money in my Black Series figures, because no one would ever think that would open them.
Oh my god.
That's a good idea, actually.
No, I want it.
I'll split it with you.
What?
Anybody want any cups? Yes.
Yes, please.
No, thank you.
I'll take a garlic too. I'll split this with you, Aaron.
What? But you got it twice.
I don't know, but I got it this time. But I'll split it with you.
3
guys.
times.
No.
I'm not gonna split it.
I'll split a pepper. Want to split it, Calvin?
Nah.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, so there is. Shane's very excited about the Lion King live action movie.
Oh yeah, I'm
There's also
super
a
excited about that too.
Mulan movie coming out as well.
Did you hear about the casting for this?
I did, right there,
You
Eric.
can't just
All
awesome.
one and stick your fingers and everything in it.
Let's.
Hey, guys. Oh wait, that's Jet Li.
Gong Li and Jet Li. Jet Li will be playing the Emperor of China.
Fucking love Jet Li.
Oh, okay.
Gong Li will be playing Mulan.
I don't know if I know Gong Li.
2 massive Chinese stars.
Do I know Gong Li for anything?
I'm looking.
I definitely know.
Well, the one that I heard today is Donnie Yen. Also going to be in it too.
What?
Yep.
Yep.
That's gonna be amazing.
He's gonna be
Great.
Dude, who's gonna be shoot, what's his name? Who's the bad guy with the bird?
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
They need Michael Rooker.
The Hun.
I wouldn't play Boyd.
Gong
Isn't that
Li's
great?
been in a bunch of movies I've never heard of, unfortunately.
Who? Gong Li.
Yeah.
No, that's fine, man. I just thought it was funny. I had my hand on it and pulled it out of my hand and gave it to you.
Oh, you had your hand on it?
Yeah.
I put like up there from the film and he didn't.
Oh, it says she plays the villain, not Mulan. Is that true?
Wow.
It could be.
What villain?
The dude?
The guy with the hawk? How could you? They'd have to change the story.
Maybe Gong Li is not her name in the article? Oh, Gong Li will play the live action film's villain. But then who's she?
Mulan.
I know, but what's her name? Laurent Vitour?
Mulan is not the villain.
Okay. My bad. Gong
Shane.
Li is playing the villain, although I guess there's not a picture of him there. But that picture of that woman is Laurent Vitour,
Okay, cool.
who I assume is
And Gong
playing...
Li is gonna be the villain.
Yeah, Gong Li will be the villain. Let me get a
Just
picture of
someone
Gong Li.
else.
No, that's definitely Gong Li. That woman.
There's a female villain in Mulan.
So she's playing
Said
villain?
new characters in the film.
I can
It
find
must be a new female villain.
I'm fine with the female villain. I just wanted to replace that awesome villain that they had in the original.
He's one of the best, I think, of
I
the
think-
Disney villains.
I think having a female villain, I mean, that's cool, but the movie has like a, woman empowering thing where like
Yeah.
she joins men and can do just
Exactly.
what men do, and then she defeats a man.
It
you
makes
know?
Mulan less special if there's other women
Yeah,
warriors
if
out
there's another
there.
woman warrior, and I think it kind of diminishes like what the movie is supposed to be like representing. I guess does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Pizza!
Did you napkin?
Oh.
Pizza!
No, damn it! No one said it. Just
What for?
thank you.
Yeah.
Just a piece. I don't need the whole thing.
So I mean, having
Hope everyone's doing well, by the way.
Yes.
So I mean, as far as having like new people and stuff, that's cool. But I still think I'd rather have the regular villain we had before. Can't think of his name.
No, he was a badass.
Can't think of it.
Attila?
No, it wasn't Attila.
He
They
was a
weren't.
Hun.
What? I don't know. It's gonna bother me, but
Do you know who sang the "Make a Man Out of You" in the Chinese version?
Yeah, it was Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. Great singer.
Didn't he also do the voice of the?
I don't know.
What's his name? I can't remember anyone's name in that show.
Do you though? Who did the voice of Mulan? In the
Yeah, May.
yeah, Agent May from Agents of Shield.
Stephanie, we're using the paper plates because they came with them, with the pizza. So we'll just throw these away and then we'll be done with it. So Papa John's is wasting the money.
All right, I need to look this up. Someone in chat mentioned a no spoilers crossover between Infinity War and My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah, that must be real. What is it?
So I want to look this up and see if it exists.
I saw a lot of people being like, a lot of fake articles, especially around April Fools and stuff, being like, Aang confirmed for Infinity War and
Sure.
a bunch of different stuff.
Dang.
Like Avatar. And
You know, I didn't see a single April Fool's Day thing. I think I was busy the whole day.
Yeah.
But
Easter.
I didn't see any April Fool's things at all. Like in anything.
I saw a couple
Usually I go and I look up like IGN, I look up like Google does something, and I don't know anything that happened for April Fools. Did you guys get April Fooled with anything?
No.
No, I mean, I don't even pay attention. Actually, I pay attention so little. When Antoine Bandelet did that freaking Avatar, fucking new series announced, he started talking about it, how the Avatars are going to be twins, and like, I had no idea it was April Fool's. So I watched it, and fuck, it was April Fool's. I was like, fuck, are you kidding me?
I actually got the worst version in that something I learned about that day was actually true, but I figured was an April Fool's thing, which is Vince McMahon's bringing back the XFL
Like the time you
Oh, yeah.
Like the time you told your parents were dead.
Yeah.
in 2020.
Back when, back for Ayla, we announced her on April 1st. And I did that little Ninja Turtles thing, and like no one believed it.
Yeah, and then you kept it up for like months. I was like, dude, are you guys really pregnant? And you're like, I don't know.
said
I'm like,
it, yeah.
all right, I don't care now.
But I never announced it again. I announced it on April 1st, and I never like said on Facebook again, like, yeah, we really are, or anything. I just left it, and no one believed it. I'm like, I announced it. I don't know why no one believes it.
Yeah.
It's good.
What Ninja Turtle thing?
I made like a thing where like it had all three of my boys, it had Leonardo, and it had
Yeah, okay.
Raphael, and they all had their masks on. Then I had a little bitty baby one like in the corner with a little mask on it too from the ultrasound. And I did a little Photoshop of all of it. It was funny. I liked it. And I made it like a comic, like a little comic strip thing.
Okay.
And I was like, turtle number 4 on the way. And everyone was like, aha, that's funny. I go, all right.
What was the best April Fool's that you guys ever saw? Mine was the Legend of Zelda movie from IGN. Even though I knew it was fake.
Yeah, yeah.
It just looks
Sure.
fucking awesome.
I was going to say about that. I don't know, Google has done some really cool stuff. I don't know if they've all been April Fools though.
I remember, like back in the Game Pro days, there was like Royal Crop Nude Code and like how to unlock Shenlong and Street Fighter 2 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that really come to mind.
I know. It was back in the days of, it wasn't Nintendo, I mean, the magazine is like a Nintendo Power, but I didn't do Nintendo Power, I did a different one. I can't think what it was.
EGM?
Maybe it was from GameStop. Maybe it was theirs. But they had one April where it was talking about issues with people having issues with discs and them getting scratched up. And they're like, one way to fix this is take a bowl that the disc can fit in and fill it with water, and then put your disc in that bowl, and then put it in the microwave for 1 minute.
I remember that.
And it's like,
That's a terrible.
don't do that. And someone did it. And the next issue that came in, it had a picture of their disc and stuff, and how it was ruined
Yeah.
and whatnot. And they were like, hey, it was a joke. Just so you know, don't really do this, guys. That was probably one of my favorite ones.
My favorite one was Pornhub did it. And
Pornhub?
they did it so that when you're watching a video, a thing will pop up and said this has been shared on your social media, like your Facebook, your Twitter.
Oh my
That kind of
gosh.
thing. And people go, fucking what? And they check, they click out and check, and like, April Fools. You know?
That's
I
awesome.
thought you
You're
were
thinking like, oh, this shit I just watched, the terribleness.
I thought you were going to say about Cornhub.
No.
They changed, one April, they changed to Cornhub.
Yeah.
And they had like Slob in the Cob, and it was just corn. Like, all these different videos of people eating corn and shit like that. It was funny. They just replaced all of it.
It makes sense because it makes so much money and it's the most visited site on the internet. But Pornhub does a lot of funny like marketing things. Like they just did this really well made video where they went to all these towns in America and I think maybe other countries that are called like a town called fucking. There's a town called coming. Like that kind of thing. And they said, like, we know that you guys have faced people making fun of your town, stealing your signs, all that kind of thing, and you have to just live with the shame of being in this town. Well, you now all get free Pornhub Premium for life. What? I'm like, that's so funny.
That's awesome.
That'd be funny.
And then, with the whole YouTube thing where, people are getting demonetized depending on the kind of... content you create. There's a lot of guys that do like gun review channels. They're losing their channels.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's not
gun
family
reviews,
friendly or advertiser friendly and whatnot.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Pornhub stepped up and said, "Hey, our site has better features, all this kind of stuff."
Yeah.
Letting them host there. So like their fan base literally is going over to Pornhub's,
And then everybody wins.
It's also happening to knife reviewers and
knife
weapon reviewers.
Guys that tell you
Well, I think of Fat Man Chad.
there's really awesome, very talented YouTubers out there that how to make a tactical slingshot, which is just fun and informative stuff. But
even like reviewing survival gear and stuff like that. If you're going camping, you want to have these knives or these axes or something like that, or like this small survival firearm so that you can harvest game.
Yeah,
and they're getting demonetized.
That's terrible because
the channels are getting bleeding. Like stuff that's actually useful.
Who wants this last piece? Sorry,
I don't. Okay, go ahead.
Back in the day when you had nothing else to watch, 2 in the morning, the Knife Show, or
Oh, the Knife Show was the shit, man.
Yeah.
Why I go to my cousin's house? We used to watch that.
I know that a few days before April 1st, the creator of Rick and Morty had a tweet that said, "For all you guys want to know, Rick and Morty is going to be coming back this Sunday."
Yep.
And that Sunday happened to be April 1st, but he did it before, and he said it this Sunday. He didn't say on April 1st or any of that kind of stuff. So a lot of people were like, "Oh shit, yeah!"
Yeah, and then, he did it before, so a lot of people were like, "Oh shit!" And then wait, no, it's April 1st. That was going to come out, and then you find out they actually released something on Adult Swim. It was a Rick and Morty episode, but it was written and voiced and animated by this dude from Australia, and it's really fucking weird and it's really weird, So it's it's a
out
new
there.
Rick and Morty episode, but it's it's such he's in Australia, so all the things are a little bit different. And Rick and Morty are in Australia, as if they always lived there, Like Morty gets bit in the dick by a poisonous spider. He's like, "I suck the poison on Morty!" It's really over the top. But it was funny that he kind of got him both times. He's like, "Hey, is this coming out?" "Oh, it's April Fool's." Actually, you are getting something. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens. The first bite takes too much cheese with it, and then you're left with another bite that has not as much.
Yeah.
There's something else that I was thinking about, and I can't think of what it was. That was another April Fool's thing that happened.
I remember one time they did Super Smash Brothers Brawl, M-rated one, where basically there was this update where they added blood and gore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they actually took Super Smash Brothers footage, edited it, had some guy edit it, and you perform a move on someone, you see little splatters of blood, and they'd hit the screen sometimes.
Yeah.
I knew right away it was fake.
I thought it was. Cards Against Humanity.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They've always done ones where they sold a bullshit expansion pack or something like that, and when you opened up, it was just bullshit.
It was literally just.
It was just poop.
Yeah.
Our friend, our friend Adam had one of their things where you were a lord of some land in England for a minute or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can make proclamations and all this stuff.
I think they had an April Fool's thing last year where they were digging a hole. You remember that?
Yeah, as long as you kept donating, they would keep digging holes.
We're gonna dig this hole. What's this hole for? Just to dig?
They were just live stream some guy digging a hole with an excavator.
Yeah.
And he got deep because people just kept donating money. And they just kept digging the hole.
Why the hell don't we do that?
Well, the money all went to charity too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always do that. Like all the bullshit stuff went to charity. But I think they also like in the box itself, like if you open it up, it would just be this piece of crap, right? But like if you cut open the box like that, there was like a hidden card inside the box. So like you did get something, and then all the money went to charity. But they always do like weird charity things like that aren't anything.
We're boring. We just get drunk for charity.
I don't think anyone likes it anyway.
Yeah.
If you guys want to start sending questions in Twitch chat, I will start reading some things off.
Sure.
No, will you react to this kind of questions? They will be ignored. But anything that's interesting and clever will get read, like this one. What's the most vile, disgusting thing that you've ever seen someone do in public?
No.
Sorry for asking this while you're eating.
What did you think?
Oh man, I feel like I have to wait a little bit. I'm almost done.
Vile, most disgusting thing.
I've seen people like vomit in Walmart parking lot, but
I really can't think of what the most disgusting thing I've seen is.
Like I personally have seen, or I've seen like a video of someone doing it in public.
you personally.
I saw someone stick their hand down the back of their pants and scratch for an unreasonably long time.
Sorry.
And their fingers, when they pulled their hand out, were visibly discolored.
Oh man, hold on.
And they sniffed it.
Hold on.
Yeah?
And then they licked it.
Too late. Damn it.
That's not good.
That's pretty bad.
I shit in a urinal that one time.
All right, that makes it.
Remember that?
I'm done.
I shit in a urinal that one time.
I didn't see that.
I mean,
You
easily
were
for me,
there,
the most
what do you-
disgusting.
I think so.
Sorry. What?
I shit in a urinal one time.
We were in that weird spot of Ohio Connolly that no one ever went to, like a weird side of the hotel. And you're like, I got shit. There's a bathroom right there.
It was out of order or some shit.
Yeah, and so you just shit in the
I had
urinal.
shit so bad I shit in the urinal. I was like younger. Yeah. that was-
Well, no, I didn't. I remember I didn't go in. I was waiting outside, and then you came running out. Like, oh my God, we gotta go. Like, what? You say I shit in the urinal. Run! And we all started running.
You're behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I guess that wasn't the most disgusting thing. I mean, I hate when people vomit. Like, I'm not a fan of that at all.
Sure. I mean, who is, to be fair? But, I mean, Calvin's is gross, but by far more gross. I don't know how public it is, but every time Mario shoots me off with his water and Smash.
Yeah.
I love that.
That is I mean, I feel like this really, like, natural, deep down, like, terrible feeling.
Yep.
It is a disgust, I think.
It is. It's terrible.
Because I think, that is a very clever but character-specific thing that...
I once played board games with a couple, and the girl used her bare feet to pick up the pieces and move them. That was pretty disgusting.
You should have watched that movie, Daniel Day-Lewis, where he fucking is I think, quadriplegic. I can't remember what it's called, but he has to use his feet to do stuff, and he trained himself to do that in like 6 months. So, yeah. All kinds of feet in that movie.
I can't think of anything disgusting that I've witnessed. That's disgusting.
I'll tell you what, when my son was being born, like, you know,
Yeah, I get that.
like it's not like
Oh, it was beautiful.
it's not butterflies and rainbows.
I thought
Yeah.
it was beautiful.
I mean,
I remember the first time, like, I didn't expect how, like, purple.
yeah, I know.
things were gonna
I
come
thought
out.
there's that.
And I thought that my firstborn son was dead. when
That's
he
what
got
I
born.
thought too. Because
But
it comes out and it looks like mashed potatoes.
Well, yeah,
And
he
they're
was
purple.
all purple and like he wasn't moving, he wasn't breathing. I'm like, oh man, he's dead.
Yeah.
I don't want to freak out. Am I gonna say anything? I don't want.
Mommy's dead! Ah!
Wait, you never saw a birth before that?
When would I have seen a birth? My own?
I mean, in high school, like in,
I mean, they were getting pregnant, but I wasn't watching.
in anatomy,
Yeah, we also saw that video with the hairy lady.
no, we had like
What?
a
That's
live
what we
stream
saw.
thing where we were watching a live
Oh
birth.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
I,
about.
I looked away
You weren't
for
in
that
that class?
shit.
Yeah, me too. It's like a fucking like crap. Ah!
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
oh,
when
no.
you see the head crowning, and it, you know,
Because it like cuts hard to it. It's like this lady, she has a big afro. It's made in like the 78 is when it was made. And like all of a sudden hard cut to open. There it is. And all like,
the head crowning, the
oh!
hair sticking out.
I can't remember what happened.
It's like you're shitting his ball of hair out,
Yeah.
and it's weird. Yeah, I mean, but I remember when it came out because you know the twist when it come out, so they went, and then when my son twisted, and his face is looking up, and it looked like just, and I went, oh, like I threw up my mouth, and and like it made me teary eyed. I was like, oh, and then Joy grabbed my hand, like, is he beautiful? I was like, yeah. She thought I was teared up. You know what I mean? She thought I was tearing up because I was like, oh, this is an amazing thing.
I guess I just knew what to expect. I wasn't freaked out at all.
Yeah,
You're just okay with the whole thing?
I saw this purple, ugly child, and I'm like, what? I'm not a man. You know, I kept thinking, I'm not really a man. I mean, look at me.
That was the first thing you said because we were in the waiting room. Because you were the first of any of our friends that had a kid.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at you like, that guy's a father. Fuck.
Yeah.
But
we played Super Smash Brothers.
We went home to get Joy something, and we were there for like 40 minutes because we played Super Smash Brothers. Why she's impossible.
Yeah.
Anyway, first thing he says when he comes out, he's just like, he's like blue. Like you were like shocked and like disgusted.
They're like little Smurfs.
Yeah.
When they come out.
But no, yeah, I remember that. We played Smash Brothers back at your place because we had to go get.
Yeah, that's when I lived in Colonial Terrace, subsidized housing.
Speaking of Smash, we have a good question here. Okay. If you guys had a Smash-like moveset or a final Smash, what would your final Smash be?
Hit the button. I don't know. I was trying to think of something.
Hit the button and just everyone goes everywhere.
It'd be cool if we had like a Turtles like Injustice thing, but it was a hit the button, and we all came in, boom, and we all hit the same enemy, like doom, 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 and it piles them in there, and then we all like jump, and it just shoots them off into the air. That could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Maybe something double-bladed lightsaber related. I mean, if I'm imagining like a video game like you, since lightsabers don't exist, I had to pick something else. I don't know.
Mine, I think, would be like, I would be in the background of the screen, I'd roll a d20, and it'd be like a natural 20, and just like something would come and just destroy them, you know? Like a demon from hell or something.
I wanted to go like this, and then like on the screen, a giant die just goes.
That'd be good too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You gotta try to like dodge around it or something.
Theralis wants to know where the name Blind Wave comes from.
There's still people that don't know, huh?
Yeah, there is. I think it's Daniel said Eric's would be a Black Series Barrage. I would never.
You would never do that.
By the way, this weekend is Wookiee Weekend, so Friday is when all the new Solo merch comes out.
Wookiee Weekend.
I will be there on midnight.
Don't they always have Force Friday?
Oh, you didn't you go
depends.
to Toys R Us at one time?
Oh yeah.
Now you can't.
Can't go to
They
Toys
can
R
have
Us.
it now. You have Walmart. That's it.
I can go to Walmart. Walmart's pretty good actually. They had like last time they had like a fucking cake and cupcakes and shit.
What?
Yeah.
I'm going there.
Me and you went there for that. Remember that?
Oh yeah, and we did a video on it on YouTube.
We should go and make it like an event and try to make them keep doing that shit. Now where's the cake at?
I always like how GameStop did that, even though I went to Walmart anyways.
We would always try to do, when I worked there, I always try to like, let's make some kind of cool
Yeah.
eventy thing.
I remember that. But at Walmart, I go there, there'd be no line, and you have this here? I don't think. Well, maybe we do. I was here, just a box in the back, and they just pull out the game.
There's no line, so you didn't want to wait in the line. But you did
Daniel got a Range
Star
Rover.
Wars.
Damn it.
I mean, in Star Wars, the line's experience. I mean, sometimes like GameStop, I would go there, and I'd have to.
Yeah, I mean, it depends
I'd
on
have
what
to
they
reserve it sometimes. And,
well, yeah, I guess it depends on what you wanted, but
yeah. I remember I reserved Assassin's Creed 3. Still never got it.
Yeah.
What? I didn't go back. I forgot about it.
What?
You go there to get all these $5 reservations because everyone will do it, and then and then like probably at least 10% of them don't always go back. Right?
I mean, I get. Where was it?
GameStop.
Which one?
Marietta.
Well, have you never gone and got it?
No.
It's still sitting there.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, probably it's not sitting there anymore.
No, the $5 is sitting on your name.
No.
You just go back and get it. If you don't pick the game up, it's still there, and you just move it to something else, and you get your $5 back.
Oh, maybe I should go back and do that.
You get that $5, dude.
No, I know.
So you mean like the game came out?
I've been collecting interest on it this whole time.
So you mean like you gave him $5 to the reserve, then you just didn't go there and get your game?
Yeah.
You just never went there? You've been there since then.
Yeah, but I just was like, oh well, fuck it.
It's not like you lose it. But it's still your $5.
Yeah.
Gone.
What the fuck?
It's not a deposit. Or it is.
Well, they were asking about the Blind Wave name. We've answered it a couple of times, but it's just a game we used to play in the car called Blind Waving.
Well, I still play it. It's when you're driving down the street, camera, zzz, and there's you're driving, you come up upon some fool on the right, okay?
Walking, a pedestrian.
Okay? No, some fool on the right, okay? Don't change the story.
Okay.
All right, and then you honk as you come upon him, but then you wave left.
Preferably it's an open field.
And then I go, you know what I mean? They do different things. Sometimes, you know what the shitty part is if you're by yourself, you don't get to see their expression. But I still do that anyways. Sometimes they wave and go. And sometimes they wave. And they do that.
Yeah, they don't want to look embarrassed.
Yeah.
But then when you get the golden one is when they actually wait. Who were they honking at?
Yeah.
And they look around like,
Yeah.
hey, you just made someone's day more confusing.
Yeah.
And the only reason we chose it for the name of what we do is because we couldn't think of anything that no one else used.
Yeah, so you used to have a blind wave.
Because Smash Studios was already taken. And I said blind wave.
It was Aaron that's like, how about
Okay.
blind wave?
Yeah,
And we were like,
it was
no,
Calvin, yeah,
I
it was
like that.
Calvin.
And then Aaron's like, wait, no, I don't like it.
I think we should go with
Smash Studio is a very different production studio.
No, they have a Twitch stream now.
Yeah.
They do Smash Brothers.
Well, there you go.
And I was like, damn it, that's our name. We
Yeah.
were almost Smash Studios.
Yeah, I remember the concept art. I remember looking at that your friend drew.
We voted on it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the name.
It was funny because I came with Blind Wave, and then you guys talked about it, and you guys had to convince me to accept my own name idea.
Yeah.
All right. So someone asked a different question that I'm sort of taking and molding into a different one, but it involves breaking out of prison. So which person would you choose out of the crew to be your partner breaking out of prison? Like Shane and I broke out of prison in A Way Out.
Yeah.
So while you guys are thinking about that, why don't you tell them what you thought about A Way Out, Shane?
Without spoilers.
No, it's everything the reviewers say it is. It is critically lauded. For its brilliance.
Look it up.
What's lauded mean?
Thesaurus.
What's that mean?
Thesaurus. Wow.
Oh,
Is that
you
like-
need to look it up.
Thesaurus.
Like, is there a
We're
synonym?
going to get you a thesaurus.
Is there a synonym to laud?
Thesaurus.
Praise.
Praise?
Yeah, it's probably if you look at
So it's critically praised?
lauded. I said lauded.
Okay.
Don't change it. You don't want Eric did. Don't change that story. My story.
It's critically praised.
They got food there. Hitch. No, I thought the game was great, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, it's an EA game. It's fucking evil." EA, they let this studio do exactly what they wanted to do. They didn't interfere at all, and they made a great game. It's the same people who made Tale of Two Brothers. It's a 6-hour game. I recommend you go play it, especially. In fact, do it with a friend. Like I don't think it could be the same game at all.
Or an enemy.
What someone told me was that
Yeah.
if you get the game,
Black,
at least,
white, doesn't matter.
at least if you get it like on PlayStation or something like that, like they give you a code to give to your friend, and then they can download like the friend code of it,
Yeah.
and then they can also play with you without having to buy the game.
Yeah, I don't know about that,
sounds
but
really cool.
that sounds like a good idea. I love that. And I've watched a lot of Prison Break movies. Prison Break, the TV show, is one of my favorite shows. What's funny is there's some consistent things in prison type things.
I played like The Escapist.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you've ever played that or not.
No.
It's like a 2D 8-bitty looking like.
Biddy.
Thank you. But like it.
was on Prison Break.
You fixed your glasses the exact same way as that one police officer. That lady smacked him in the face and he fixed his glasses.
And he
then
slapped
waited,
the
and he
fuck
slapped
out
the
of her.
fuck out of her again.
He slapped the soul out of that woman.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Did you see that? It's a video where this lady, I don't know, some other country, this lady goes over and slaps this police officer, like his glasses,
Oh,
like do this,
yeah.
and he's like, and he bangs her in the face. It's great.
Yeah.
Wait, he
Best thing
bangs
I've
her in the
ever
face?
Yeah,
Oh, dang.
might as well.
It's not the same.
Jeez,
I
it was
watched.
so great.
I'll look it up, but while that's happening,
We don't have to look it up.
We don't have
It's
to.
just
No,
great.
here's the story.
who would you
no.
have to break out of prison with you?
Like out of us,
Yeah, so you had to pick like a partner out of us.
I
to help
clone
you
and
break
use
out of prison.
myself.
I would not pick Rick.
What?
I would not pick you, Rick, because I'm like, all right.
You would go the wrong way
We're gonna
through
go.
the tube.
Yeah, it would be like we're gonna dig out and we're gonna dig left, and you would dig right or something.
Rick was
or it'd
pretty
be like we
calm.
gotta go this way, and you would turn the wrong way. And I can't go back for it.
Rick had good instincts. The problem is, like a lot of Prison Breaks also involves being stealthy and involves just being reflexive. You know what I mean?
I don't think I'd choose Eric. Just too many like handicaps that have to, like someone sneaking up and you don't hear them, or like we got a tiny hole we gotta fit through and I gotta try to lift you up to it or something like that, or a height, and I'd be like, I can't lift you, Eric.
Sure.
Bye. I gotta leave. I just leave you there.
Yeah.
I'd feel bad.
That's also the big thing.
Too loud, too clumsy.
Like, well, I mean, like,
Damn, I got no choices.
Hey,
stuff
I
I've
can
seen.
definitely be quiet.
Stuff I've seen involves intelligence, physical strength.
You two would
almost
start
always.
arguing about something.
We never get out.
We gotta go left. No, we gotta go right.
Separated
No, we
in
gotta go left.
isolation.
That's what I said.
So physical strength's a big one as well. Stealth, speed. I mean, you need basically.
I mean, I think one of the biggest things is just the ability to bluff, and like
And improvise. People need to improvise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And patience.
patience.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I can trust Aaron with a lot of that. Calvin, I feel like, has a like a tactical way of being able to contribute a lot. You know what I mean? And I know that firsthand. You know, but I don't know. I mean, maybe if we needed a point where we need to go have roof access and scale wall, you know, it might not be someone I pick. Yeah, I mean, I don't want Eric to be up there pull me up. I want to pull you up. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to boost you up because I just don't think I could do it very well.
You'd prefer to boost me up then.
Yeah, I'm not saying you couldn't.
We all saw Prison Break season 1 when they were escaping over that wall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
First of all, it's a movie, okay? I went to higher ropes. I was good. I was good at it, okay? And I'm surprisingly nimble and surprisingly quick. All right? It's always been...
That was a quote 10 years ago.
It's a quote.
You jump over the
It's true now.
It's deceptively quick. Deceptively fast.
Yes.
Deceptively. That means it deceives you how this fat man can be so fast.
Yeah, but I got... I'll tell you what.
It means it's like it's not supposed to happen.
No, when I went to the higher ropes, you know what higher ropes is?
No.
It's this thing like out in the fucking woods, like near the FFA camp, where like they have these like challenges like up in the trees, like with ropes and shit.
Yeah.
Like I had the best balance of everybody in the crew.
Okay.
Damn.
I don't think you.
I think
I'm
balance
gonna be
is.
offended no matter if you guys.
I think
say
you would
anything
have good
negative.
Balance is a component you might need as well. I mean, I'm sure you'll need. I mean, that's the thing. Like when I watch these things, I see because the first thing you think of is you need a mastermind, but you also need a lot of other qualities in a person.
First of all, you never seen a real one either.
No, you can read about them. People sometimes hold their breath, or they swim great distances.
I mean, you
Sean
watch
Connery?
these, you don't watch it.
Or they.
You know, Sean Connery, he soloed it. I go by myself. I'll do it on my own.
Or sometimes people who they escape and they get caught on the way out, and they're able to just literally run and not get caught. You know what I mean?
Because they have good like stamina
and speed.
Or like that one guy who actually broke out and he was still in his prison uniform, and he found like a backpack that had fallen off the top of a car or something. You know those zip-up containers they have on vans that broke up, and he found a bunch of clothes and he put them on. And like 5 minutes later, the sheriff's deputy rolled up to him while he was walking, and like prison uniform collar sticking out from underneath his clothes, and he asked him, he was like, "Hey, you live around here?" He's like, "Yeah, I live up on Jefferson Road," or something like that. Just bullshitted with him for like 15 minutes.
Yep.
And the guy, the deputy, never checked the description of the prisoner that escaped, anything, and he let him go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of luck.
Wasn't that?
Sure.
Was that on a dashboard cam?
No, it was on a body cam.
Okay.
It's a little bit of luck.
I'm thinking about
obviously because he found
I think I saw a YouTube video about that, but I'm not sure.
That's where I saw it.
But he's able to improvise, and that's a big thing.
Yeah. It
And
was
I
like
think
in
luck is a
Tennessee or
big
something like
part.
that.
So who's the luckiest of the crew?
I have 4 kids.
So not you is what you're saying?
I've been lucky 4 times.
Oh, okay. I was thinking you've been unlucky 4 times in the way you're saying.
Good.
Okay, good.
4 good luckies.
Good.
I've won like raffles and lottery tickets.
I went to Chris's party 2 years ago, and I won more things I've ever won in my life. And I remember everyone kept saying, like, because we were doing these raffles for his Christmas party, Filipino Christmas party, these crazy ordeals. I kept winning stuff, and people kept looking at me like, "Are you really going to keep that? Because you just won twice." You know what I mean?
And you absolutely did.
I kept the first 3, and then I won like 2 more, and I was like, "No, you can have it." Like, "No, it's yours." And they're looking at
You're
me
like, okay.
No, I was like, no, take it. I'm like, no. You know, I mean,
Dude, I'll refuse once, and I'll refuse the second time, and after that, I'm keeping it.
Yeah, and if they give you dirty looks,
Here, let me pay you back. Oh no, that's okay. No, it's serious.
he was begging me for this.
Seriously,
I only ever do it
back.
once.
I do it twice.
It depends.
I feel like 2 times is enough to be like, oh, here's this, and they say, no, that's okay. And like, no, really, it's I want you to have this. It's like, no, man, no, okay. I'm gonna keep pushing no more.
I just do it once all the time.
You don't have to time.
All the time.
You gotta do? Go.
You guys both arrived at the same conclusion. What are you gonna do?
I just take stuff people don't even give me.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't believe in luck, so I'm not lucky.
All right.
Eric's
out.
Anyone pick me?
I would pick you because I think we're on the same wavelength. A lot of times.
I know some of the shit you've gone through. I just can't pick you.
But
Shit.
I mean, it'd be for me. No offense to anyone else, it'd be one of you 2.
if I had to guess who would get out of prison, I would say Calvin, because they would mistake him as being like tortured and starved and stuff, and he'd get out and sue them.
So emaciated.
Yeah.
He should just be crawling around his cell.
Yeah, like a journalist would come in for something else, see him like with his shirt off, and be like, "This man's being tortured. He needs out of here."
Shave his beard into weird shapes, like just tufts of fur
Patchy
on
and
him and
shit.
stuff. And it's like, be great.
Has anyone here seen Edward Norton's 48 Hours. I think it's called 48 Hours.
No.
No,
It just-
I've seen it 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy.
It's this really awesome movie where basically it's 48 hours before he has to go to prison for like 7-8 years, and it's just about leading up to it. You know, I mean, he was this
like planning how to get out.
drug guy who got caught, and his girlfriend. He's leaving his girlfriend. It's just a depressing movie, and it's really good though. At the end, he's like, "Beat the fuck out of me," you know. So when he goes to prison, he doesn't look like this pretty boy. So he's having his friend punch him in the face, and his friend doesn't want to do it, so he starts punching his friend first. It's a good movie, man. It has a guy, and he goes, "Shit."
Oh, from The Wire?
Yeah, that guy was in that movie, so he can say that, and he says it, and it's one of the only things he says. It's
Just so he can say shit.
yeah, yeah. It is like it's the best one. It's better than anything he does in The Wire. Yeah, it's great.
He must have been practicing for that one
He
thing.
must
He's
have
like,
been.
shit, they hired me back for
Well,
this
he
one
finds
thing.
he finds this money to the couch, and he's like clipping it together, and he's like, shit. It's real funny. It's real funny. That's
What is the dumbest thing you've seen another crew member do?
Fucking Eric pick up this fucking phone that he was. No, that's not the dumbest. Cause
Fucking, you know,
it's not his-
that blind guy stepping off into the street, getting hit by a car. That was funny.
He didn't die.
I know, but it's a handicap.
I don't know, so it's not that one big that because it does nothing.
How about every single time you're sitting somewhere and we're talking and you just jump into the conversation and have no idea what we're talking about? That's pretty dumb.
It is dumb.
How about a million other things we could discuss? That's dumb. I can't believe you threw me under the bus. All the different things you could have done.
on the street.
You go,
Exactly
you
right
go
under
with
the
the
bus.
fucking handicap, me trying to use the one side of the sense I have to help someone else get their phone.
I just love that there were 3 phones there. And you picked one up.
Didn't you grab like
And
a
you
remote
checked it.
control?
He didn't do that, Aaron. He picked up the second phone, and he picked up the third phone, and then he picked up the first phone again to double check.
I'll play the clip.
I thought you picked up the mouse or something.
You actually have the
I
clip
wouldn't
right
get
now?
help
I do.
the mouse.
Oh my god.
There's a clip of it on Twitch. I immediately call you out for
I was gonna say the other day when Shane was like messing with the pin, just threw it into Calvin's eyeball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was kind of dumb.
Yeah.
that was pretty dumb.
That's right. I don't know if anyone has anything.
I got a lot of things I can't say.
Aaron's like, I got a lot of things, but I don't want to throw anyone under a bus.
Yeah.
You fuckers.
But they literally got hit by a bus.
Proof that Eric is deaf in one ear. Here we go.
I mean, when Rick did the story, I didn't see it, but when you got dropped off here and went left, I mean,
You gotta watch Eric in the bottom left.
I don't think there's technically anything worse than that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I couldn't do that. Can you rewind that real quick?
Eric, you take it so well.
Right there. A little more.
A little more.
You want to watch us now or Eric?
Yeah. Because, like, I don't know how I see it.
Aaron is glancing over as he's playing, and they just have to pause.
They never believe that I'm deaf in one ear. That was a good moment.
We laughed for like 2 minutes.
That was good. We need to start putting that.
Oh, you take it so well, Eric.
I mean, obviously, there's nothing to do with his dumbness. Like, and it's not dumb. I mean, because I've exercised bad judgment, and I've been.
I didn't rub my eyes. I rubbed below my eyes.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. Oh, and the peppers. Yeah, the peppers. That was pretty dumb.
They weren't. It wasn't in my eyes. It was like every time I opened them, it was just like I felt heat. So I had to have rubbed like under my eyes.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, it was the oil that was creeping across. Like,
yeah,
your
but it
skin
wasn't like
and
my
everything.
eye was
Yeah.
burning. But it was like just.
I'm just so unreasonably mad. I just want all the things I'm thinking of are just mean to point out. Remember when we first started doing reactions and Shane would like talk to us like this? I thought the episode was good and I just think that, you know, and I'd be like,
Put these down.
it's like, you dumbass.
Any others? I'm trying to think. I've been reading chat and not thinking.
One thing I think is like that's not really probably you being dumb. It's probably you probably were just zoning out. when you get dropped off here. I don't think you were on a mission to find it. If you were, you'd probably find it. You're probably just like not paying attention.
You remember when he missed the building and went the other way?
Yeah, because he might have been absent-minded, and at that moment just wasn't really thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that you were like, all right, this is not the place. Nope. And then, I don't think that, because if that happened, that'd be,
Well, I mean,
took up for you.
So I got to the end of the block, and I was like, why did she drop me off so far away that I had to walk all this way? And then
I was just saying, like, you had been zoning out.
And then I started crossing the street.
If you get across that street, I'm done.
I imagine her, like, she pulled over and dropped you off, and then you started to walk away, and I imagine her just sitting there watching you. Like, what's this idiot gonna do? Where's he going?
And then I saw the trees to the left, where the park is. I was like, I'm pretty sure this isn't right. But I wasn't confident enough to turn around until I saw Maggie drive past me and honked.
Did she see you?
And I turned around.
That's so adorable. Honey, this way. I know one of the dumbest things I've done is when I was taking a piss and I had this long baggy shirt and I was, like, holding it with my chin. You know what I mean? And my buddy, like, he just kicked me as hard as he could in the ass. You know what I mean? So, like, oh! And I dropped the shirt and I went over my wang and I pissed on it. And, like, right there, he's like, we gotta fucking go. I'm like, I pissed on my, it was just, I felt like it was just a little bit. I remember being in a car, we were going to this party, and it was like fucking 10 degrees outside, okay? And I remember, like, fucking my buddy was like, fucking, just put on the heater. Oh. You know what I mean? So I remember, like, fucking, and I remember it was just like, all right, make sure it's not hot, because it'll, we might fucking smell. I just took my shirt and threw it on this thing, and it still fucking just smelled. Just blew my face. Ah, this is terrible. So I remember, like, pulling up this girl's house in Davola, and we were on the way there. I was like, had my shirt off, holding my arm out the window, so it was like blowing off outside, and it was like 10 degrees. And I was like, ah, it was so cold. I got there and fucking put it on. It was so cold. Yeah.
Was it dry?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was frozen.
Yeah. That's the one thing I had a decision, and I thought about it, and I chose to do it. Which, wasn't me being absent-minded or whatever.
Clumsy Turtle in the chat, a good one where when Shane went to hit the button, that one Game of Thrones, and he hit it in a way that his giant
beads
bracelet
just broke.
Oh, he hit
Game
like
of
this,
Thrones,
and beads just went flying all over the place, and he goes, shit! That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. That sucked.
I'm trying to think of some things from, like, Aaron's childhood, but I feel like I always did the dumb stuff.
I remember picking up those turtles.
Like jumping at the bottom of the steps.
That's not dumb, though.
That's
It
true.
was dumb letting both of them
It's
piss on me.
funny. Like, that's funny, and you were trying to do a good thing.
There was one time when we were kids back at his parents' house, and his mom got back with groceries and pizza, and Rick was just excited. We went running down the stairs in his house, his house, his basement, his steps, all the place he lives. Right? He goes down the first set and the second step, and then he jumps at the bottom of the steps because he's so excited. He wants to get to his mom and see pizza, and he just plows his head just into the door frame and straight down in the ground like he got spiked and smashed. And then, like, me and I think it was Ryan were there, and we were just like, oh damn, and we just stepped over him and went to go get pizza.
Ryan.
Oh, man.
I think it was Ryan. It could have been Rory, but I think it was Ryan. Sorry.
I don't know if Ryan could have stepped over me.
I don't remember. I know I did. I know I stepped over him.
Oh, yeah. Drunk Eric and Calvin with my phone. I was like,
Yeah, but you're drunk.
guys,
That was a pretty
somehow I changed the password on my phone.
Being drunk never counts.
I can't get into it.
Rick throwing a chair into Eric.
Yeah. That was
Which I
really
have
dumb.
that mark here, and then I have a new mark with Calvin right here. Today.
Is my mark
It's
still
not
there?
too bad now.
You'll see that. You'll see that in mailbag.
And it's still right there. You
A little bit.
kind of see
on the
it.
more
Is my
soft.
mark still there?
You see the insides of Calvin's fingers. where
Yeah.
He slapped
Here and
me as
there.
hard as he could. This was hours and hours ago.
This was,
Can you do that? Look at
yeah, this was almost 6 hours ago.
That's the dumbest stuff I've seen.
I remember in class. Give me a pen.
I can do it.
Give you a pin.
My
Jam
neck
it
is
down
so
in
damn
between.
thick. Look how thick my neck is.
What? If you do like shoot it like a treasure or a ballista? You can't do it anymore.
I'm fatter now, so they
Lost
they don't
elasticity.
stick out as much.
It's going to be great for the audio version of the podcast.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, flick it, flick it, flick it.
Oh!
Oh, you're shooting out! Oh my god!
someone was like, dude, the soap and mailbag. Whenever Eric ate soap,
He done it on purpose. Spoilers, he done it on purpose.
For the gag.
And if you're drunk, it doesn't count.
it counts.
I mean,
It's still a
Not
stupid
exactly.
action.
I've
whether,
seen
whether
drunk
you're
people do
intoxicated
smart.
or not.
I've seen drunk people do smart stuff. I've seen drunk people do dumb stuff.
I've seen stupid people do smart
I've
stuff.
never seen a drunk person do smarter things than they would do if they weren't drunk.
I just see Shane.
Maybe you aren't
do it
looking
every
the
day.
right- you're not
I mean,
looking the
today I was sitting at my computer and I looked out, and Shane just pulled into Aaron's spot, his parking spot. And he just gets out. I'm like, "What's he doing that? Surely he knows it's Aaron's parking spot. The Aaron pays for it. You don't pay for a spot. You can park anywhere you want to, you know. But you just park there." And when he came up, I'm like, "Why'd you park in his spot for?" And he was like, "Oh, I didn't think about it." Like, God damn, I wish I could
Well, I
think
mean-
about where I can't park.
Well, in my head, I was thinking he's already here. He might have got dropped off.
But if he was already here,
No, I park in that
he
every
parks in
day
that
I
spot.
get here.
You
I mean,
know?
The only reason you don't park here otherwise is because I got here before you.
I mean, I guess I just assumed you were here. I'm like, oh, no one's here. You know what I mean? Like, I felt, because I think only one time I came here and you got dropped off.
And when I mean parking spot.
And it never happened again, but I've always clung on to that moment.
Yeah,
Like,
what I mean
maybe he's already here and he
by
got dropped
parking
off.
spot, I mean like there's a lot across from our building that is city owned that we actually rent, or I should say we actually rent. Shane doesn't rent.
No, isn't he supposed to be paying for our spots?
Yeah.
That he's never done that.
That
He's
was
like,
the
hey,
deal.
if we get this spot, I'll pay for your parking spot.
If we get this place, I'll pay for your parking.
Yeah, it was at least me and Eric, and then
Yeah.
it was like Calvin maybe in the back. But there's definitely at least me and Eric.
Yeah.
He's never paid for one.
Never
month.
once.
No. And I don't pay for mine.
And then he takes mine. That I did
Yeah.
pay for.
Yeah.
I was gonna complain about that when I came in, and I just didn't.
I know. I saw the look on your face, and then I was grabbing stuff at the bottom of the stairs. Hey, man, what's going on? Mm-hmm. And you just didn't say anything. I'm like, when's he going to bring it up? Mm-hmm. I was hoping you never did.
It's not me or it's not any of you, but I did have a childhood friend who robbed a bank.
Yeah.
That's the stupidest thing.
You should tell the story.
I should
my
tell the
God.
story.
I
You
kinda
should
forget something.
100% tell that story.
Should I use his real name?
So you got caught.
You can call him.
It's public
Call
record.
him Brad.
Okay. All right. So I grew up with a friend named Brad, and we were at each other's house all the time, really close friends until like high school. He started like getting into drugs and stuff, falling away. So Brad was driving along and runs out of gas in his truck, his pickup truck. Okay.
Yeah.
And so he is contemplating his options. This is a man with no money, with no truck, stuck in this town, and he decides to fix this. He's going to rob a bank. Use the money from the bank to fill the gas. Assumingly. This is all true. You can read it in the papers.
That's really crazy.
No, not over yet.
Hang on.
So he does this. He himself takes the BB gun out of his truck, into the bank, robs the bank. Okay? Gets a bag of something. Money.
Does he have a mask or anything like that?
No mask.
No mask.
No mask.
No mask.
No. But he does. He gets out and decides, well, I didn't have a mask, but clearly I should disguise myself in some way. So he had a change of clothes in his truck, which is outside the bank, out of gas. He changes his clothes in the truck, in front of the bank. People see this. And then he decides, okay, I need to use this money and get some gas. The gas station is miles away from the bank. He can't start his truck because it's out of gas. So he can't go to the gas station. So he starts
Just to walk to the gas station.
So he starts to walk there and decides this is way too much money to be carrying around. So he goes next to the river. He buries the money, except for some of it, enough to buy some gas.
So he held his place up with a BB gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and got
Yeah, he did.
a bag.
Yep. And then he started walking down the street. Cop pulled up, like over, knew his description, found him right away. Was like, "Where's the money?" Took him straight to the money. Got arrested.
Yeah?
Yep.
And that's the guy you know?
Yep.
He's still in prison?
I think he's out now.
Yeah, I think he's out now.
Imagine that'd be like a 5-year thing right there.
Yeah, it was like 5 years, but they were pretty lenient on him. He cooperated.
Yeah.
But yeah.
See, that is literally a very, very dumb thing to do. Like, I guess one of the dumbest things I did I can relate was in high school. We were all, it was during the, it was in the summer we were doing conditioning for football, and I ended up not even playing that year. We all went to Bob Evans, and I was like, hey guys, let's fucking walk out here, they'll pay it. And we all fucking did it. And got caught. I was, what the hell were you thinking? They knew we were Marietta. There was like 15 of us. And then eventually the fucking sheriff came up to our school like an hour later, and we were all like, hey, and was talking to the coach, like, shit, what's he here? Do you think he's here for us? I don't know, probably not. You know what I mean? And then, hey, everyone come here. Who went to Bob Evans? You know, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah.
And it was my idea, too. I was like, get the fuck out of here. We don't need to pay for this shit. That's probably I can relate to that.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
But like his plan was to get away in the truck, which had no gas, which was his original impetus to rob the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had an empty house like out in Whipple. Calvin, you would know it, or you might, I don't know. It was across from Becker Road. There used to be like a big white house where that big garage was.
White house.
It was a big white house.
I remember when they told
And it was me and a kid that lived at the end of the road. Every once in a while we would hang out, but I never really liked him. There's fucking no one else there, So I would hang out with him. And this family had moved out of that house, and he had it in his head. It's like, oh, they probably left some stuff in there. Let's go in and see if we can get anything, I'm like, all right, let's go, So we get to the door, and we're looking in the windows. We can't really see anything. He's like, I wish it wasn't locked. I didn't think about it being locked, And I was like, who's kicking the doors? He's like, what? I'm like, watch. And I just, there's no one around. It's completely deserted. There's no cars going by. I just kicked the door right beside the handle as hard as I could. It opened right up, And I don't know why. I just didn't think, this isn't wrong, But we had so much fun. We started kicking in doors all over the place because the entire house was locked.
I think like you started going to other places, kicking down.
No,
kicking
But the entire house was completely empty. There was nothing in there.
That's not that dumb. You exercise judgment. You're thinking, well,
we were
won't get caught.
We were thinking that there was something in there. We could take it. So it was kind of dumb to think that this abandoned house had anything in it in the first place.
I thought you were gonna say people were in there when you kicked open the door.
No,
that would be dumb.
No, but then 2 hours later, there were cops there because someone had either heard it or saw it, and they didn't no one ever came over to the house to talk to me or anything. So I remember being like, that's so dumb. Why did I do that? I don't even like that kid.
Yeah.
But I was like, I've never kicked in a door, and now I can think it's not hard at all. It's super fucking easy, at least in that old farmhouse.
Yeah.
We broke into a house once looking for ghosts.
Mm-hmm. It was the one across from the street from my parents' house.
Yeah.
This old deserted
rich
house.
couple, they're out of town.
And no, it was just an old deserted house, and the back window had been broken. So I think people had gone in there before or something like that. So it was me, Rory,
Lucinda.
Rick, Melanie, and Lucinda, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Rory got in first. And then we started going around. There's a giant hole in the center of the building and stuff. And then Rory and I were like, we can't go across that. I don't want to go down in there. We can't go across. And so we went into a building or a room to the left. And then in this room was this closet. And in this closet was a hole that was a tunnel to the next room that took us to a living room area that took us on the other side of this hole. It was so weird. I've never seen a room that had this weird hole that was built to be a passageway.
Weird.
It was
Maybe
really
they
odd.
built it for a pet or something.
I don't maybe. And then we went past the hole and went upstairs and we're looking up there, and then I think Rory bumped a can and it fell down the stairs, but it went doom, 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 this weird sound. And then me and Rory just stood there quiet for a second, and I heard guys. Now let's just run out of here real fast. So we just guys, go, 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 go! We just ran back we just got in. They had been helping Lucinda or talking her into getting into it or something like that. So they just got in get out, go, go, go.
I always thought that was scary when you're in complete silence and you have that sound. I hate
it was a mason jar full of nails or something.
Something breaking in eerie silence.
It sounded like chains
scary.
walking.
Yeah, but as it rolled, it was these nails in this mason jar making a noise, but then they would hit another step and go boom, boom, and make this thud and this rattle.
I hate noise. It makes me feel weird. When you knocked over my ball that one time in the movie theater. It made me feel weird. Not because I was disturbing anybody, but it was awkward.
It was inappropriate.
It was rolling and hitting chair legs on the way down.
One time we went to the movie by complete chance. There's barely anyone in there.
We went to go see Star Wars, right? Rogue One?
Again.
We saw it together, and then I randomly was I'm gonna go watch Star Wars by myself. Don't have to worry about anything. Just sit there and watch. And then Shane was just there with Malachi. I walked in and he was just there. He's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" I sat beside him.
Yeah, he sat beside me.
But I went to go in front of him and then sit down kind of beside him, a chair away, respectable men, just to keep the distance,
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know that he had snuck a drink in, and it was in a glass bottle, and I knocked it over, and it went king 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 king, and then while the
and I went oh god,
and I'm like, I'm so.
I was just upset because it was fool.
I know. I just felt so bad.
I'll buy you a drink.
I came here and ruined his day.
It was a Jones soda.
I feel that's happened before with us before because I feel like I've been in with like you guys. And I can't think of another time it would have happened. If it had been with Shane, if something fell and we did that same like it's like a what was it called, pachinko or whatever?
Yeah.
Like where it's like
Plinko?
the ball. Yeah, the balls are like bouncing off like little pegs. It was like that.
Okay, what about when I was actually another, I guess, dumb story of me on my part? That truly dumb / accidental / circumstance.
I'll be the judge of that.
Is at your grandma's in Michigan.
God, I forgot about.
I think I put some in the microwave, but you and I were talking forever.
We went up to Michigan for the audition thing for extra. No, it wasn't extra. It was for like Finn and Ray's roles.
Episode
in
7
Star Wars,
wasn't
episode
announced
7.
or anything. They had auditions.
Yeah,
for
so like let's go audition. Let's go see what we gotta do. So we went up there to stand in a long fucking line just to fill out some papers and then go there. We didn't say any lines. They just talked to us for like 20 seconds and then you moved on. That's like all you got. But while we were there, my grandma lives up in Toledo, which was, at least halfway there, if not more. So we're like, well, we'll just stay there for the night and get up there at like 9 or 10 in the morning, whatever time it was gonna be. And at my grandma's house, like Shane and I, they gave us like the guest bedroom, so we were staying in the guest bedroom, and then we were talking about stuff, and Shane's just like, I'm hungry. I'm like, you said you weren't hungry earlier. He's like, I'm hungry now. Gotta go find something to eat. I'm like, I will
say, I think Shane is the most comfortable of anybody I know, just like being in like someone's house he doesn't know and eating their food.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know what was there. I think it was the first time I'd been at my grandma's place here. Because it was like a new house she was in.
But I mean, I think he had to do that to survive.
Yeah, I guess. But we went into the kitchen to find food, and he found like a
pictures
like a Totino's pizza roll, not pizza roll, but Totino's pizza or whatever. And they're meant to be made in an oven, right? For like 10 minutes in the oven or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe just 20 minutes in the oven, something like that, frozen. And we're like, we'll just put it in the microwave. We'll just warm it up. I've done before; they're just soggier,
Yeah.
So he put it in the microwave, and I was in the bedroom. And he came back in and started talking.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you doing? He's like, I put a pizza in there. It'll be like 10 minutes. So I'm just going to talk and stuff like that. All right. Well, unlike a normal person who's like, well, this pizza needs to be in here for 10 minutes. He just pushed some buttons or something.
I put it in for like 100 minutes. So
yeah, he put it in there for a long time. A long time.
I had extra 0, I think.
And then like he went out. He's like, that pizza got to be done. He went out, and I was just in the bedroom. I said, oh shit. He's like, Aaron. And he comes back in, Aaron, I need you in here. Like, what? So I come out there, and this pizza is burnt to a crisp.
It's black as
and Shane,
friend Brad.
Shane was in there. Shane's in there, like, he has the window open, like, in the kitchen.
I have my shirt off him.
There's a microwave and a window, and he just has his shirt off, just trying to wave this smoke to the window.
Do the alarms?
So, yeah, he's, like, looking around trying to hope there's no, like, smoke alarm is going to go off or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, he's just, like, waving this up there. This microwave just, like, filled with smoke, so we take the microwave, unplug it, and go outside where it's fucking cold and raining, and just stand out there with this microwave, waiting for this smell and burnt pizza and shit to stop.
Then we throw that crusty ass pizza in the back of your truck.
Shane took the pizza, ran out to the back of my truck, threw it in the back of my truck where it sat.
I can just see your facial expression. I can see it in my mind's eye.
I remember like, Shane, I can't take you anywhere.
I can't take you anywhere. So like we're just sitting outside waiting, we're like waving it, hoping that this microwave smells normal again in the future at some point, and like hoping that it doesn't fill the house with this terrible blackened smoked pizza smell.
I think Blind Wave should buy your grandparents a new microwave.
Microwave still works.
It worked. We went back in, and would you make cereal or some shit then?
Yeah.
Like something simple? And then
it was like Kellogg's and raisins. I hate Kellogg's and raisins.
We're sitting there.
It's good though.
We're sitting there, and then my grandma comes out into the kitchen, like she just woke up.
And we were like,
and I remember Shane being like, "Be cool," and I was like, "Hi, Grandma."
Yeah.
Like, what's up? And like, I think she was still tired, or maybe she was on painkillers. I don't know.
She said, "Don't you boys? You got boys want anything to eat?"
Yeah,
and I was like, "I'm eating cereal."
Yeah, she said some weird stuff, and then went back to bed.
Yeah.
And I never told her about it, and I told my mom about it later on. I think my mom told her about it, and I'm like, I don't. It's okay now, I guess. Hopefully, I never noticed anything about the microwave.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was great, guys. We've got about 4 minutes left. I'm going to read some shout-outs, donations, bits, subscriptions, and the like. Let's start off with Top Screen, 100 bits.
Top screen. Top screen.
Thank you.
That was his images in the beginning of the.
Yes.
Yeah. One of
Thank
our
you, Top Screen.
editors.
Dark Child 99 has subscribed for the first time.
Oh, thank you.
Sub hype.
Thank you.
CD Briggs subscribed for 10 months. Have a nice Thursday, he said.
10 months.
Thank you,
Awesome.
City Briggs.
Echo Dolly has used 100 bits. Moving into a new home tomorrow. Onwards and upwards. New start, new life hype.
Good.
Awesome.
Good luck.
Good to hear.
Have fun. Enjoy it.
Fox has subscribed for 6 months.
Yay, Fox.
Fox.
Thank you, Fox. Madge Brat, 100 bits. Thanks for all the giggles, guys.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for the bits.
Shibo Shaw has resubscribed for 10 months.
Yay!
Moons
Yay.
ago. I subbed. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you for the sub.
Thank you.
And
We
the
appreciate it.
resubs.
Aramaic, 500 bits.
Thanks for the bits.
Echo Dolly, 100 bits. I'm jealous you have pizza, but I just had a vigorous workout before the podcast. Mustn't ruin my hard work now.
Don't ruin it.
Me too.
Mr. Miyagi has subscribed.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Oh my gosh, we've done it.
I can't wait for the sequel. The real one.
Jen Alice, 100 bits. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Sunday.
She was folding clothes on her couch and she fell asleep. She woke up and she swore it was Sunday for like an hour.
Katie, 120, which is Katie from the UK, I believe. 100 bits.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
Blind
for the
Wave
bits, Katie.
biddies for my Blind Wave boys. Much love, guys.
Biddies.
Hey, thank you.
Santi
Kisses.
Rios has given us 1,000 bits.
Oh, thank
Wow.
you,
Oh, thank you so much.
Santy.
Big old kiss.
Yeah, I hope I said that right.
Santy Claus.
Dual Rain 82, 100 bits.
Thank you, Duel.
Thank you so much.
Big old kiss.
All right, thanks
Dual-
guys for
Dual
joining us
Rain.
for this podcast. The moral of this story, if you live in the country and there's nothing better to do, breaking and entering is how you can pass the time.
Or
No.
Yep, that's
or
it.
No.
stealing food from Bob Evans.
No.
Yeah.
Big old kiss.
Calvin,
No.
you go back to your country thing.
I've-
Bye.
Bye guys. Thanks for joining us.
There was no button.
Fade to black.
That was a quick fade.
They can still hear us though. That's why it was so quick.
What?